when I hosted the MTV Movie Awards, I wanted to do a bit with Pitbull because he was there. He was in the audience. I met Pitbull. And Split had just come out that year. It was super dope. And I wanted to do a sketch called Split Bowl. Where it's Pitbull, because he's bald in the movie, and then he just does different. Have him do different characters, but he's just Pitbull and has every character because in Split he has like multiple personality disorder, and so he plays all these different characters. And I was like, dude, that would be hilarious, Split Bowl. But he didn't want. I'm like, dude, you're Mr. Worldwide. We could do different characters from around the world. That'd be so funny.
Oh, that's cool.
And he wasn't game. Was not game. Did not want to do it.
Did he go, the premise, not funny, man.
I don't like it, man.
I should have hit you up. Yeah. It was at 8:30 in the morning. So
yeah. I've just already worked out and dropped my kids off at school, and I just sit around twiddling my thumbs.
Shit, sorry, dude. Well, I'm going to hit you up next time, dude.
You're going to hit me? Right. No,
so
as ex roommates,
I know my take back.
And you guys shared an office at Workaholics for quite a while.
We did. God, that was fun.
I want you guys to have these times.
Yeah.
And maybe it's good for me to be by myself.
You lose.
You guys watch any sports this weekend? Game?
What is today?
How about those Dodgers, huh? And don't you want a dick with character? You want an anonymous
character's welcome.
Just it's just a dick.
Yeah, would you rather
nothing to write home about?
Yeah, do you want a forgettable dick or do you want a super memorable dick?
Well, see, I don't think
I can never forget it.
Well, I mean, you could just have a handsome dick. It doesn't need to be like.
Yeah, but I feel like
it doesn't need to be like a homely looking dick. You know what I mean?
I'm saying for a dick to be memorable. I don't know if you could have a dick that's so handsome it's memorable. Like, is there a dick that you're thinking of in your mind that is so handsome, like you're like, oh my God, that one really sticks out to me?
I don't know. I really feel like I have a handsome dick. When it's you guys have only seen it soft flopping around in Game Over Man, and by the way, not the best showing for my dick. Like that, right? You know, it's just a limp dick flopping around. But when it's hard, that's when it really gets handsome.
That's when it shines.
You need another 4 inches.
Yeah. Right. It's like in the movie where like the person...
Like, it doesn't need another 4 inches. It could use another 4 inches, but it doesn't need another 4 inches.
Right.
Sure.
And it doesn't beg for it.
Maybe if it was another 4 inches, that might be a little grotesque.
You're a monster.
Yeah, do you want like an ugly tenor, or do you want just a handsome 5?
I think we're not. If we're still talking about my dick, that math is a little.
No, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm saying, like, do you want like a Nar-shaped tenor or a short, handsome short king?
I think 5 would be a little 5 rock hard. That's a little too small. I think you would have to then go give me the grotesque 10.
You're a monster
with like an elbow. Dude, it has like an elbow in it.
Sure. Yeah. It's gotta look like the.
But I don't know.
Yeah, just a gnarled piece of wood, like driftwood. I want my dick looking like driftwood. Show me your gnarled cock.
Yeah, Blake's always saying, "Show me your gnarled cock."
Yeah, I feel like a gnarled 10 is.
I want my shit to look like a UFC fighter after round 3. You know, I want
a girl who gets interviewed. And she's like, "It was really fun." Her face is all hard. It was great.
I had a great time. Her face is completely split.
It was so fun. Everything's swollen. She's speaking out of where her
honestly, used to be. I think I had round 1, but round 2 and 3 got away from me a little bit. But I'm going to heal up and be back next time.
So if you wanted to look like a fighter but not do all that pesky training, you could get there.
Yeah.
You just need to get pummeled in the face. You know, I would say, 2 dozen times? Just a lot
of punch yourself in the face and shit?
Yeah. Couple does will do it, for sure.
Yeah,
and then,
a few dozen.
And then do you have the 10-inch or the 5-inch?
You need another 4 inches.
I think with that kind of face, you don't need it, because a certain girl will look at that face and be like, "Oh, he's a fighter. I'm into that." So you've
Oh.
already won the battle.
Interesting. I
And
do
then you
find
don't
it.
even need to fight because then if you go out to the bars or whatever,
Yeah.
and then people see your face, they're like, "Well,
Right.
fuck, I'm not gonna fuck with that guy." But I bet if you did that, there's other like tough bros
Mm.
that are
that's
gonna
a
want to
green
be
light.
like, "Oh fuck this guy, he thinks he's tough," and you're just
Right.
there with your smashed in face. And
Right.
you're like, I don't think I'm tough. I'm literally just trying to look tough.
I was in an accident. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I had really
Yeah.
severe reconstructive surgery
Yeah.
from my
from a bear attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But,
was I was in a stampede.
Yeah, but it's cool. You're fighting me now.
I was trampled in Spain.
So
The
I was in
running
a
of the bull.
stampede, but
Yeah, how about I kick your ass, brother?
No,
Where you
no.
train at? I don't.
I
don't.
Don't.
actually
It
don't
was-
train.
It was
Never
a
have.
summer in Spain. Again, I had a little too
Again.
much vino. I tripped. The bull stepped right in the middle of my face.
All right, multiple bulls
Again.
actually stepped on my face.
People
Yeah.
told me it was upward of
Oh,
6 bulls.
six
I felt the
bulls.
first one.
Yeah.
After that, you kind of go numb. You go numb to it. After
Yeah.
that, actually, my nuts are full of load boost. So I'm gonna come.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna come.
He had. Is it a disease or what's happening?
He's got
Like,
a thing going on.
I know.
I don't
The
think
guy
we
who's-
can.
You can't.
What?
You can't make fun of him, but it is such an insane sound that I do want to know what's going on because I know we're saying it's a thing, but is that
Is
thing
it?
Like,
I have no clue. I
Is that
just
thing
I
he,
just
like-
was
Wait, Blake, what do you think it's not a thing? You think he's just like, I'm winging it. I think it's kind of makes me sound tough.
dude, maybe he swallowed a Dorito whole and it fucking scraped his throat down.
that's kind of what I thought.
Right.
Like, is
He has it's a Dorito
is it-
stuck in his throat.
maybe he sort of just picked
Oh,
a
he
cool
was
voice?
he was Yoda for Halloween.
Yeah, he was
He
Yoda,
just stuck with
and
it.
everybody
Right.
was like, "Oh shit, that actually really worked for you."
Mhm.
I'm gonna lean into what you're saying a little more.
And I wonder who said it works for him. It is unfortunately hard to like focus on the things he's saying because you do think he's choking on a bugle.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? The whole time I'm listening to him, I'm like, if someone could just get this dude a water, but that's not going to help.
Water doesn't help. When he gives us the absolute craziest advice, when the
Right.
next pandemic hits, and he's just like, "Just rub honey on your chest, and you'll be fine."
Right.
You just gotta do it a little bit of honey on your chest.
But if he solves what's wrong with his throat,
Mm.
I'm all ears. If he solves that, maybe he's faking. It's a long con. It's the prestige.
Oh,
He's gonna
okay.
be like,
That's how you become a
Good
president.
movie. Spoiler alert.
have you heard of load boost?
And then I told
That's
you guys
worth
for
it.
a while, I called myself the Rocket Man, unironically, and
Right.
had like a trunk full of rockets, and would just at red light.
What would ironically be?
I'm the
Like-
I'm the Rocket Man.
I feel like that's sarcastically.
No, I guess. Yeah, I
I'm the
guess. I just wanted a little clarity.
I'm the Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But people
yeah.
just thought you really loved Elton John.
No, but I do like unironically is like like so straightforward when you introduce yourself to people. You were like,
I'm the
I'm
Rocket Man.
Rocket
Hey.
Man.
Hey, Rocket Man, nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
I mean, honestly, I was being sincere. I was being sincere in the fact that I called myself the Rocket Man. I wanted it to
Mhm.
catch
Sure.
on.
Right.
It wasn't a joke to me. This is my life.
Vanity plates on the car.
I'm the
On the
Rocket
LeBaron.
Man. And I had a convertible, no big deal.
That's sick.
93 Cavalier convertible,
Ooh, huge
salvage
deal.
title.
Huge deal.
And
That is a huge deal.
yeah, dude, salvage title. And I would put the top down, and then where it clips in, the top clips in, I would
Mhm.
then put rockets at the top at red lights and shoot
Mhm.
the rockets off as I'm driving through the red.
Let's
green,
go.
white, turn.
This is 90s Omaha, just
Oh,
like a
dude.
different time.
Yeah, you were the Rocket Man.
No, this is 2000, I would say 2001. Yeah.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
2001.
Honey, come outside. The Rocket Man, the Rocket
The
Man.
Rocket Man, dude.
The Rocket Man.
Legend, dude.
Look how
he's
serious
he's
he
listening
is.
to that same No Limit Soldier song over and over again.
Is he listening
Like
to it
a toad.
ironically? I don't think he does anything ironically, honey.
vaccines you will not have.
Wow, dude. I also told my dad, he's so funny, dude. I told him, by the way, I told him about this American Valor thing a few weeks or like maybe a month ago, and as well as the Medellin trip. And I'm like, yeah, I've got two things that you're more than welcome to come. The Medellin trip, like I've been told I'm going to be really hurting, and it's important to have like someone there with you.
Mhm.
Do you want to come to Medellin? I mean, you can explore, South America together. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I'm doing this other. I'm like, okay, I was with you when you had lung cancer, and was kind of with you the whole time. He's like, I'm fine. You got this. I'm like, all right. And then I asked him, do you want to do this American Valor thing? And he's like, nah, that's a lot of travel. Handle it.
important.
And I'm like, okay. And then I just
Where's
told
the
him
Valor
today
thing? Where's the Valor thing? In DC?
in DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
I told
good.
him about the not drinking and all that stuff. And for the hunt. And I'm like, I might be able to have a couple drinks, but I won't get blackout or anything. And he goes, that fucking blows. And I'm like, yeah, it does suck. Not trying to make me feel better, not being like, oh, you got this, buddy. And he goes, well, I'll bring a bunch of joints. We can blaze those. And I go, oh, I can't even smoke weed too. And he goes, your life fucking sucks. And I go, yeah, I know, Dad. I've been dealing with a lot of pain over the past 3
Adam,
years. And
what's more important is that your dad's lost his best party buddy.
yeah.
Your life
He's bugged.
fucking
priorities.
sucks.
Yeah, he's like, your life fucking sucks. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, hey, maybe we go to some steakhouse when we get to Omaha because we got some time. And I'm like, I can't even eat red meat. And he's like, bullshit.
I don't know my own son.
No, and he goes, just do it. And I go, well, I mean, they told me not to. And I've been in a lot of pain over the past 3 years. I'm trying to get better here. And he goes, you can smoke a little bit. You don't have to listen to everything. He was getting upset. He's like, you don't have to listen to everything those goddamn doctors say. And I'm like,
he's got a point.
This is why you got to be in the cabinet.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a point. He survived lung cancer. He knows. He knows, brother. He knows.
Yeah. Yeah, he survived lung cancer and is back quicker than I've been dealing with my shit. So
it's science.
Feel like maybe it's what I have is worse than lung cancer. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just one way to look at it.
I'm good. Handle it.
Nah. Handle it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I told him the other day I told him how cool I think the event is and all the cool people that are going to be there. And he goes, well, shit, would have been nice if I got the invite. And I go, I fucking invited you. You told me to just go and handle it. And then he goes, you didn't tell me shit. And I go, I'm
telling you, Adam,
Dennis.
he blacked out that whole because it broke his heart to find out that his best party guy can't party.
He's off you.
Colombia is known for their coffee and cocaine.
That's true.
And I couldn't do either,
Right.
dude.
What? The doctor said no cocaine?
Yeah, he said no cocaine.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That seems weird to me.
Truthfully, I've never been a big cocaine guy. So
Luckily.
that was fairly easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you reeled that in, and you could have gone down a real coke road, but luckily it wasn't.
As any of us could. It's not like I ever had cocaine or did it really. If it were 1985, I would have been a big cocaine guy. Yeah.
I just want to party.
Yeah.
You're not
There's
wrong.
no doubt.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Thank you.
But luckily I never got into it.
Yeah, I'm hyped on that.
I'm a meth boy. So I got them in my knees. I got them in my hips. I got shots in my back. I got two
Pussy in your
shots in
crack?
my back. I got got a lot of back shots. Got multiple.
Wait, you were
back
taking
shots.
back shots?
I took
How deep?
several back shots.
What?
I mean,
Wait.
probably like 6-7 inches.
Wait,
The
what?
back shots I took. Yeah. Yeah, I probably took back shots about this big, about 6-7 inches. Well, they had to, dude. I was
hang lows.
They gave me gas. I was knocked out, and then they gave me the back shots.
Okay, so
you got
were,
that Cosby.
They said it said it would penetrate me too deeply.
Right.
So they put you out, and then like
you got that
just-
baby reindeer?
Dude, hilarious. My Siri just goes, I didn't get that. Could you try again? My Siri.
Yeah.
back shots.
Back shots.
Back
Back
shots.
shots.
Local back shots.
Going
So
to your favorite website, back shots.
So they put me under only for the back shots. And
OnlyFans?
And then I also got shoots legit in my glutes. in my top of my
Shoots in the glutes?
Shoots
Yeah,
in the
shoots.
glutes.
shoots in the glutes.
Okay, the boots with the fur.
If you're gonna come on my ass like that, if you're gonna come on my ass like that,
Okay.
you have to come correct. Okay,
Oh.
Domino.
My
So
bad,
don't come on my
Domino.
ass like
I'm
that.
gonna come.
For
I
sure.
won't come on your ass foul again. I will always come
Thank you.
correct when I
Come
come
correct
on your
if you're
ass.
gonna come on my ass. All right. If we're
Mhm.
talking back
Okay.
shots,
Yeah, and we could quote you.
it was Domino's. It was a Domino's commercial that I was fired
Okay.
from because my
Fair
ass was
enough.
too large.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough. Fair
There's
enough.
one leg shorter than the other, so I have like discrepancies. So
Mhm.
certain muscles get stronger while other muscles sort of just turn off and don't work because
I
the
didn't
other-
realize the discrepancies.
Yeah.
And how long
Not-
is that third leg?
Wake up! It's like 7 inches. my
Fair
di-
enough.
my cock.
Yes, points.
Thank you.
Well,
That's
well,
Any takebacks?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's how they get you. That's how they make sure they can get you. Is they go, oh, it's fun. Come to Universal Studios. Get the
Mhm.
vaccine. Next thing you know, you're in Colombia getting back shots.
you're getting jabbed. You're getting jabbed from the back, baby.
Bow to your sensei.
What's a higher friend rank? An amigo or a compadre? Because
Compadre.
I think
that's what I was
compadre.
kind of.
Amigo's
little-
like a friend. A compadre is somebody you're about to do some padreing with.
Yeah, okay. Because
Well, I feel like
padre means father. Maybe it means like come father or something.
Come father.
boy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think it
I don't
means
know.
come
Come
father.
daddy.
Yeah.
Blake has a precious little asshole. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't
Hello.
want things
Uh-huh.
climbing up in there.
Bless
yeah.
your heart.
You're all the way in it.
Bless your heart.
As I went to the doctor's office and got a
Mhm.
physical, dude, I had shit in the bathroom in the hallway. In the hallway before going into the doctor's office.
Mhm, yeah.
Okay.
Because there was a bathroom right there. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I need to shit. I
Yeah.
went, I took a shit,
Perfect.
not
Loose
thinking he's
butthole.
going to spread my ass cheeks and look at my asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no.
He didn't, I don't know what it looked like. I was like, was it a great, it wasn't like a sloppy,
Did you give
Shit.
him a heads up? You're like, FYI, I just went to the bathroom.
I didn't.
Wow,
I
dude.
didn't.
Because
It all-
you
dude,
can.
it all-
It doesn't matter.
You,
He's-
well, you
It all
can.
happened, it all happened so quick.
yeah.
It all
If
happened
you're honest
so quick.
with him, what if you're like, yo, wait, like, I just gotta warn you, I just shit, and you tell him this exact thing.
Yeah, but if you just shit or if you shat earlier in the day, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same.
Here's what I say. I'll say that if,
gonna be the
you-
same.
if he saw it just after you wiped, that's probably better than like 10 or 15 minutes later when like a
Mm.
little,
The
a little
dust has settled?
sauce, when the dust has settled. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, we're like,
Yeah, you're right.
After
You're
a
right.
half hour, you're like, I think I need to go back.
Yeah, there was none of that. I think it was a really great, a clean shit. Just it drops and just goes, and the
It
asshole
looks
just
like
goes,
Adam, his miming was like unscrewing a light bulb for some reason. And
Yeah.
then,
Well, it dropped,
And then his
Or
hand
like a
turned into
jelly,
like
and then the
a
asshole,
tremor.
like, no, it like closed. Like
Mhm.
what are we looking at here? What part of your
this is my asshole. Okay, this is my asshole.
3 fingers?
But you're sideways.
So the shit is going down,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and then my asshole goes
Mm-hmm. Like a
cinched it off.
like a Star Trek door
Yeah,
closed,
like a door
on a
spiral,
spaceship. Like a door,
like
yeah,
a
I was thinking
the
spiral
same thing.
space door. Sure.
How come the doors always open like that in space, like buttholes
Because it's futuristic.
It looks cool.
and buttholes?
Yes, so that's exactly what my butthole did
That's
to that
cool.
shit. Cut it right off. I think it was a
Mhm.
clean break,
Okay.
but in the moment, it was a little funky. And how they just
Right.
handle your dick, they're just like pull your pants, and then he told me to pull my
Mhm.
pants and take them all the way. I swear he said take them all the way off. He could have said down. I took them
Mhm.
all the way off, and he's like, "Well, you could have left them on your feet."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
what we're doing here. It's awkward. But then how he just
Yeah.
manhandles your cock is
I don't think
That's how you want it, though. That's how you want
he
it.
just grabs it and he's pulling on it.
I'm so
That's fine.
fucking hungry.
I like a catch and release. I like him to
Doctor,
treat it well and then put it back into the ocean where it belongs. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Take the
Yeah.
Well,
hook
yeah,
out the mouth.
he didn't keep my cock with him at the office.
Well, the ocean is my pants.
No, the release is your pants. Yeah.
Yes, he puts it back into its environment.
No, like you said.
What, he tucks your cock back in your pants?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Full service. Full
Of
service.
course. You
Wow.
want me to do it? My YouTube algorithm's hella weird. I get all the like, there's this thing where it's like franchises that have like gone downhill. So it's like, what happened to Quiznos? Or like, why is Fuddruckers dead? It's pretty interesting shit. But Fuddruckers is back.
And why
Like,
is Fuddruckers dead?
Yeah,
well,
please explain.
it got really, really hurt by COVID because it was kind of like a buffet situation. You would dress your burger, and as you know, after COVID, salad bars kind of disappeared. Salsa
So
bars,
sad.
yeah,
So sad.
It was the big.
I
big
just
hit.
went back in Omaha. I was just there this past weekend. I went
It's all
to a
buffets.
banging salad bar, and I was so pumped about it.
I love salad bars. But so Fuddruckers was about to completely die. And one dude was like, no, I love Fuddruckers. I'm never going to let it die. He bought it and it's alive to this day. And it's doing well.
Alive
So
to this day. 3 whole years later.
To this day, it's like, like 4 years later.
Yeah, he's now you want definition of legend? That is a legend, mate. Shout out to that guy. I'm going to get his name and give him a big
I
shout
agree.
out later.
Yeah,
That's fucking
yeah. That
cool.
is actually fucking.
And
dope,
what does
dude.
Fuddruckers mean? Is that a last name?
It was. It's
Can
a
you
person's
imagine
Fuddrucker, bro?
if your name was Brett Fuddruckers? Fucking what?
Man, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have.
middle school's gonna be rough, dude.
Like marrying into that?
I'm gonna have a lot of custom jerseys. I want Fuddrucker across my back, baby.
I'm going to marry this man. Oh my God, Wendy, we're so excited. What's his name? Because it's going to be your name. It's
okay.
It's Fuddruckers. That's fun. No, that's fun. You're gonna love it, Wendy Fuddruckers.
Wendy Fuddrucker.
What nationality is a Fuddrucker?
It's gotta be.
Where the Fuddruckers come from?
It's gotta be Scottish.
It's gotta be German. It probably means
Fuddrucker.
sinister shit in
Yeah,
German.
Fuddrucker.
It's like the
Yeah, it
worst
means-
guy at the concentration camp.
Yeah, it's buttfucker. Yeah,
Fuddrucker. It's sending the Fuddrucker.
Oh boy, dude.
yikes.
If you do not want to be
dark.
getting I
Fudd
can't even get into the
Your Fuddruck?
joke. Not even going to step
Bail.
that one out.
Dale.
Well, just say it's Scottish. Still cool.
But the name of the restaurant
Comes from a fictional airline. The name of the restaurant chain, Fuddruckers. Blake, you're a liar. Comes from the fictional airline
Freddie Fuddruckers.
Fuddrucker World Airways, which was a joke among pilots and aviation enthusiasts. The restaurant was originally called Freddie Fuddruckers.
Oh, I thought that was the dude's name.
Nah,
So-
it was not.
there's so many like weird left turns in that even in the explanation. It's like
Yeah.
it comes from the fictional airline. This is a restaurant, Fuddrucker World Airways. So that's not it. So it's not even
Right.
Fuddrucker.
So that's not Fuddruckers, no.
And then they turned it into a restaurant, okay,
Oh,
and changed.
It was a joke among pilots and aviation enthusiasts. Weird joke. Fuddrucker World Airways.
I'm not laughing at all, and
Yeah.
I know comedy very
No.
well.
Yeah. The restaurant was originally called Freddie Fuddruckers.
I thought that was his name. Damn.
and what
son.
I mean, what there's
Fucking
nothing
thing
there's no like
sucks now.
aviation theme to Fuddruckers, is there?
No, maybe the logo had something involved, but I don't think so. There was like cargo crates.
Yeah, get that
at the
hat
one
off.
I
Adam.
went
Let's
to.
do our hair.
Yeah, you guys look great.
If you're watching YouTube right now,
Fuddrucker.
Get in there. Shake it up a little
God, I
bit.
need a haircut.
Dushku and Fuddrucker got married.
You look sexy, dude. So my dad's best friend, he brought his 2 grandsons. And I thought these were going to be like 16-year-old kids. I'm like, we like smoke a bunch of weed. We party up there. I'm like,
Hell
are they?
yeah.
I don't want to be. They were like 23-year-old guys that could kick our ass, you know?
Oh,
Mhm.
hell
and
yeah.
and they were great guys. Really enjoyed their company. They were super fun. Welcome back at the hunt every year. But the one kid
Adam
snored,
wishes they were his doctor. Go ahead.
snored so fucking loud. dude.
Oh, yeah.
So loud that everyone's like, and they're the youngest one. Usually it's the old guys that have
Freaking see
to
ya.
have a fucking CPAP machine or some
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
It was so painfully loud
That's
that I thought it was my friend who was there. So I'm yelling at him, and I don't know this kid hardly at all. I met him earlier that day, and I'm like, Matt, wake the fuck up.
Do they have 23-year-old names too?
Yes, they do. I don't want to shout their names out, but they do.
Yeah, that's awesome. You don't have to, but I just wanted to know. Yeah, that's right.
And so I'm screaming at my buddy Matt, and I'm like, Matt, wake
Grayson.
the fuck up. Wake up. Wake up. I'm throwing I get into my medication because it's the only thing I can find to throw. And I'm throwing pills at him from across the room. I get a pillow. I get a pillow. I start hitting him, and I'm like, wake up. I'm like, roll over. Everyone's going like, just put
Sounds
the
like a
pillow
good
over
time.
his fucking head.
Just kill him, bro.
Yeah, just fuck him.
Finish him.
And I'm hitting him
This is the hunt.
until I hear Matt go, dude, it's not me. And I go, what? And he goes, I'm next to him. It's that kid.
Help.
And then I take my flashlight, and it's this kid.
It's Grayson.
You're so close, dude.
It's
You're so
Grayson.
close.
God
You're so
damn it.
close.
Okay.
You're so close. And I'm hitting him, and I hit this kid like probably 12 times hard with the pillow. And he does not wake up. He doesn't wake up. I get earplugs.
Bitch, you're a
I
bitch.
hand earplugs out to the guys. I'm like, I don't want, I hit him so many times. We're wearing earplugs. 30 minutes go by. I still can't fall asleep. I get up and I shake him viciously. I shake him to where his head's on the pillow. And then he wakes up and just stares at his pillow, doesn't look up at all, and just, and then goes, and
if you're
stares
watching on
down at
YouTube,
his pillow. And
it's
then,
good.
and I'm like, hey man, roll over or something. You're snoring so loud. And he's just staring down. And I just sort of sink back, go to sleep, and I fall asleep before he starts snoring again.
Yeah,
And I wake up the next day, and I go, dude, you were snoring so loudly. And he's like, why didn't you tell me to get up? And I'm like, are you kidding me? First of all, I shook you awake. And he's like, wait, are you serious?
Are you serious, Hollywood?
And I'm like, you have no idea how viciously I shook you.
That's
the
that
hell?
23-year-old sleep, man.
That's that good sleep.
Yeah.
Where you're sleeping for yourself now.
He was drinking some Busch Light Tall Boys too, so he was
Okay.
feeling pretty good. He was
Okay,
feeling pretty good.
Bushmaster.
Yeah. So Adam says, "Should I do? I'll play the role of Adam.
Oh,
You want to
this
play
is fun.
Anders' role?
If you- I
Yo,
guess, sure.
Anders, what's up, man? How's life treating you after the whole workaholics thing? Ew. Got any new projects cooking?
Oh, just trying to stay busy. Been doing a bunch of writing lately.
Wow.
I don't know how you manage to stay so hyperactive all the time, though. You're like a human Red Bull.
Hey, gotta keep the energy up, man. If I'm not doing something
shit.
ridiculous, I'm napping. Like a weird hyperactive sloth. But seriously, what are you writing? A new sitcom, or is it a dramatic role where you wear a lot of leather jackets?
Okay, so
Okay,
actually
all
this one's
Yeah,
pretty
so-
good.
But
Yeah.
there's more.
Here we go. Leather jacket? No drama for me. Sticking to the comedy game. I'm working on something that might be a little darker, though. Think like Workaholics meets Breaking Bad, but with less meth and more bad decisions.
Oh,
That's
I
good.
like that combo. But hey, let's be real. All right, let's be real. You're gonna have to do some wild physical comedy in it. Like throwing yourself into a table or getting hit in the face with a pie. Classic Anders.
Yeah, that's the real reason I got into acting. I just wanted to be the guy who accidentally gets slapped in the face with a pie or trips over a
It's
hose
science.
for no reason. No. I can't keep going, dude. Stop.
It's still going. It's still going, dude.
I do
honestly.
feel like we should do an entire podcast written. on this
Honestly,
sometime.
though, you were born for that slapstick stuff. I don't know if anyone could trip harder than you and still look cool doing it. Me, I'm just screaming flail.
Hey, flailing's a solid move, though. You're a natural born flailer. I bet if you ever fell off
Thank
a
you.
building, you'd make it look like a new dance move. Like, the Adam Devine plummet.
Oh, 100%. Just give me a parachute and some EDM music, and I'm good to go. But speaking of new moves, dude, I like how we switch topics.
You really drive the conversation. I like that. But seriously, what are you writing?
Yeah. Speaking of new moves,
Dude.
But speaking of new moves, dude, are you still doing that thing where you try to convince people you're a professional chef? I remember you tried to make a casserole once on Workaholics, and it was not good.
Don't remind me. I've still got the scars from that. I thought I could totally pull off a fancy casserole, but my skills are more like, here's a frozen pizza, add some weird toppings.
Know what I mean?
You know, the real chef life.
ChatGPT says, here's a playful imagining of a conversation between Adam Devine and Anders Holm. Anders, be honest, do you ever look at me and think, wow, I'm lucky to know this guy?
I mean, not really, but I do look at you and think, wow, he's lucky to know me.
Oh, classic Anders. Always so humble. You know, if I were as tall as you, I'd probably be an action star by now.
Yeah, because height is all that's holding you back, not the fact that you sound like you inhaled a helium balloon in every scene.
Fuck you, bitch. What the fuck? Fuck you, bitch.
Don't stray. Don't stray. Trust the page.
Sorry, dude. I was just
Trust
that
the
one,
robots.
that one hit home.
Just
Hey,
being
that
character.
helium voice is my brand. Which, by the way, I don't think I've said brand ever before, but
You do know.
hey, that helium voice is my brand. You're just jealous because no one's asking for Anders Holm impressions.
Oh.
No one's asking for Adam Devine impressions either, man. They're just stuck with you. Fuck.
Oh, get him. Get him.
True. But at least I bring the fun. You're like the dad at the barbecue who takes the grill way too seriously.
That's because I am the dad at the barbecue, Adam, and someone has to make sure you don't set the yard on fire.
Oh.
Yeah, touche. But just so you know, if I ever do set the yard on fire, it'll be the funniest the funniest thing you've ever seen.
And the last thing, too, because I'm not bailing you out of jail again.
Whoa.
So maybe we did
Okay.
hype it up a little too much.
But that was much more snappy.
Might as well just show us. There we go.
Penis.
Dude, that looks like Cincinnati. That
Oh,
doesn't look
it
that
really
tight.
does. What? That's
Yeah.
Japan?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Tokyo?
Yeah, I mean, why does Tokyo look
I've never
like
been.
any city? City.
That looks like a Carney's hot dog.
Are you in
over
a
there.
shitty hotel? Are you in like a crappy like little dump? Where are they putting you? Where's Monarch
in a-
Legacy putting you?
I'm in a decent place. It's
Okay.
called Cerulean. I don't know. I think it's a very like
Cerulean.
businessy, but I'm on I think it's funny that you're like, it looks like Cleveland. It looks like Cleveland if Cleveland went forever.
Forever, yeah. Well, the camera I couldn't really
Yeah.
see in the distance that far.
Well, take
but,
that up with Steve Jobs, okay?
Have you bowed to anyone? Have you done any
Oh.
bows?
Bow to your
I think you
sensei.
guys both know I bow to no one.
Oh, shit.
I think it's been well established. I'm not.
I think
I'm
you
not big
need
on
to
respect.
You haven't found yourself in that many bow offs yet?
No.
Dude,
sucks.
just go into a bow off because
Yeah.
I've done
Hit
it
'em with the
and it's
konnichiwa.
very fun. It's very fun.
Yeah, we're different people. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just I
Thank
know
God
that
for
if
that.
I know that if you were to do it, you would end up having a good time if you just let your freak flag fly a little bit. Have you guys ever been wildly disrespected? Yeah.
Ooh.
Besides this podcast,
Yeah, I feel like on the fucking every episode, you guys completely
Hey,
annihilated.
shut up,
me.
bitch. I was talking to Durs. Shut up, bitch.
Well, you
Yeah,
said
Have
you
ever
guys.
have you ever
Oh yeah, the bitch.
when I
Like-
say you guys, I
Men?
meant just Durs.
Shut up, bitch.
because you're like maybe not. With Blake, you're like we already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, we've all been disrespected.
I went to a Halloween party and there was a drug bar.
Oh,
Right.
that's cool.
Yeah, there was a drug
That's
bar.
LA. That's LA.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean it was just it was all like microdosed mushrooms.
And how is Diddy? Is he good?
Oh, dude, the freak off got real weird
Yeah,
on mushrooms.
huh.
I
This was the
actually
last
pulled
one?
something in a freak off.
Uh-huh. He was like, "Okay, I know I'm under a lot of scrutiny right now, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
one
gotta,
last
we
one
gotta
last
have a
freak-
send off.
We
And
gotta
there
all
will
the
be
way
a drug
to-
bar.
Did I send you guys a picture of the oldest cat in the world? It looks like Isaac.
Yes.
I don't want you guys telling me to show my
No,
tits.
That
I
cat
did-
was. Do you didn't see that cat? It's
I don't
insane.
Where was
It's
this
like
at?
it's
I would
Anna,
love
will
to
you
see
put
it.
it in the
it's
chat?
a 36-year-old cat, and it's
maybe
fucking
maybe 37.
and its mouth is it's a cool looking cat, but its like mouth
Yeah.
is starting to really
It's a
droop. It has like
wizard
3
cat.
teeth,
Yeah.
and its eyes are just saggy and
It's
it's
just-
it's
it
all
looks
to
like
some like
Isaac.
you know that AI narrator voice where it's like this cat is 37 years old. It's has that narration. It's very
Mhm.
funny. It's like it's indestructible and very ugly, and it's like this is Isaac indeed.
Okay.
This is great. This is
Dude, he does look remarkably like Isaac. He
Oh,
said
you're
he's
back.
worn out by life, and he wants to be done living. And that's how I feel about Isaac sometimes.
Punk rock,
Yeah.
getting radical.
What I got cooking right
What do you
here.
got?
Oh,
load
load boost. Have you tried? Have you tried it?
No, I was gonna take one right here live on the
I don't
air.
think I don't
gotta
think you
take
take
4.
one. You got to take 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I read the back of the bottle
Oh,
multiple
I
times.
definitely
Adam
went
was
on Reddit
holding the
reviews.
he got his reading glasses out and was like, I just don't want to fuck this up. I'm trying to boost the load.
I really do
Um,
want to start my cycle of load boost because I read that it not only do you bust more, and this is not a commercial. This is why you send us the product.
weren't they sponsors or did they not fully?
They
sponsor?
are, but we're giving
They
them
are.
free commercial right now.
Okay.
No,
It
no,
not
they're
only do you
paying.
bust like harder, evidently
Okay.
it feels better too. It increases the pleasure.
And supposedly it tastes better. So I know you
Yes.
love tasting your own jizz, Blake. So that's
Yes.
perfect.
Wait, huh?
Say
I know that's perfect for you.
I can't say I love it, but
Christmas came
if it does
early
happen,
and
I
a
don't.
lot.
I don't mind if it tastes better than you. do.
Perfect. Wait,
With the Modelo, I
I
think that's
love it.
frowned
I
upon.
love it.
Mhm.
No.
With Modelo? No, it actually gives you a little Modelo.
Is it anything like the gas station boner pills? Because I have taken those in the past.
What is
And
that?
they-
Horny goat weed?
Dude, they make you. I
Rhino
think it was
XL.
like Rhino XL is the one I took.
Yeah.
And I'm acting like I didn't take it dozens of times. But
What
the one
I
I
just
took
wanna
one time, the one I
party.
took, I can't remember the name of it, but it does make you. You have to cut it. You cannot take a full. Whoever
You need to
Cut
cut it?
whoever designed the Rhino XL
Very psychedelic.
and put that amount of horny rhino tusk or whatever the fuck is in it in
Yeah.
the one pill
Mhm.
should go to prison because that is a death sentence, dude.
Mm.
Your
Oh,
heart
wow.
feels like it's going to explode. You sweat through your clothes. You have like a vein in your head. It's just like
The ripping and the tearing.
I
and
was like
you're-
a vein in your. Where are we going
dude,
with
and
this?
you're so
veins
horny.
everywhere.
You're so horny. You're a menace to society. It's disgusting how horny you are. Dude.
Are we? Is this an ad for Rhino?
So you
XL?
have to open up the pill and take like a quarter of it or a
Yeah.
third of it.
I know
you
that-
cannot take the entire thing.
I think that the companies have heard your complaints and others have had the same complaints because a lot of the packaging now is like no headache, no feeling like you're a menace to society. Like there
Sure,
are
that's there.
big warnings on the package now.
You guys
Not
have
being able to-
inverted penises like me, right?
No.
Oh, what podcast is this? Shit.
For we're wildly popular, dude.
That's
We're
true. We are.
wildly popular.
We were the best comedy
Wildly.
of the year.
Yeah.
Ask it,
Let's
ask it
go!
Atlantic City. Cool.
Well, it is
Yeah, I'm not
interesting.
saying we weren't the funniest. I'm just saying, are we widely popular?
Moderate. I would say moderately popular. I would
We're
say
up there.
moderately.
It is
I get
interesting.
stopped a lot. I was just stopped twice yesterday, and I only went out. I went to the grocery
Physically,
store.
like they go, hey,
Well,
stop.
you
the
stop
massage-
right there.
the
Stop
masseuse
right here in the cereal
masseuse
aisle.
stopped you.
Listen to me.
Yes, stop. He's like,
Stop.
don't stop getting so hard.
We're stopping.
Stop getting so hard. Yeah, I got stopped at the grocery store and I got stopped at the gym of TI Nation. It's
Hell
hey,
yeah.
by the way, if you see me, that's what I get most excited about. If I'm recognized for the podcast, that's what I'm most excited about.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
Isn't that what is that what gets you guys going the most?
I do get hyped when people are like, yeah, I'm TII Nation. I get really freaking pumped.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a TII tattoo yet. I would love to see a This Is Important tattoo.
Whenever I hear people say the hotel movie,
I get pumped. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
dude.
like, yeah.
Last week in the gym, this kid comes up to me and he's probably 17 years old. I think he's in high school. And he comes up and he's like, yo, I hate to bother you, but are you this guy? And he shows me a photo of Game Over Man. You know, when we're like
with your dick
of my dick and butthole. No, when we're like looking out of the window.
Yeah.
You know, the three of us that shot that they use. Iconic shot.
Iconic.
Where we're looking out of the window and he's like, are you this guy? And I'm like, yeah. And he said, that's my favorite movie. And I'm like, oh, cool. And he goes, I watch it every day. I've seen it dozens of times. And I was watching it this morning.
Now, see, that's
I'm gonna
cool.
come.
And I'm like,
unless he's got a boner, then it's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
dude, no, that's what would make me love him even more, dude. That's a real
Really?
fan. Yeah.
Okay,
Our fans.
that boosts your load.
Yeah. Our fans, if you get rock hard around me. That's okay. Dude.
In and around him.
Yeah.
I like that. I feel like that's the scenario where it works because there are, or in the past have been times maybe we're outside a bar waiting to get in. People kind of start to gather, and then the bouncer sees that and is like, okay, come in so that you don't get completely.
Yes. Now I'm standing there being like, I'm just standing here until there's a scene, and there's no scene. There's no scene.
What's up?
There's just like some guy going, my little sister liked Pitch Perfect when she was a kid. Now she's 30. And you're like,
hey, get this fucking guy off me. Can I get in there, please?
Please don't stop the music. Jesus Christ.
I think
the star power is blinding.
It's set in New York. I feel like that's part of New York is, you know, you're wheeling and dealing your little.
Hey, that's part of your New York, not mine, okay, pal?
Yeah, we're downtown city boys.
Jersey boys.
I like pizza, okay? Hey, I'm walking right here.
We're Frankie Valley Jersey boys.
If you guys had to, let's say you got a show. Let's say you got a show.
Wait a second.
No. What I know,
about New York, and
I know, but they're right by each other.
Jersey boys.
They're right by each other.
They're by definition not what we're talking.
No, but they're kind of.
We are.
Somebody help me!
The state of the nation. We are.
Adam Devine, why
The middle-aged guys of the nation.
Some people do get pretty ticked off if you call them crazy. That's a triggering word for some people. My girlfriend.
If you're crazy, it is.
Yeah,
if someone called me crazy, I'd go,
yeah.
You want to see crazy?
I'm crazy. Okay.
You want to see crazy?
If you tell someone like, "Oh, dude, you're so crazy," and they go crazy, if they snap, then they know that about themselves.
They know they're
the fuck
crazy.
did you just call me?
We don't, as a group, have anything that really triggers us.
I can't be called gay, and I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
I don't want to get into it.
That is weird.
Okay. Okay.
And is it because of
But there's just something. I guess I'm so offended. Offended.
Well, I think that's similar to the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like if somebody
You
calls
might
you
be
gay,
a
you're
little-
like, "There's nothing gay about me, brother."
Nah, it's just that it's not. I don't like it.
Okay. And is it because are they calling you gay because of the outfit you're currently wearing, or
Yeah,
why would they be?
Is it your excessive use of the color teal?
It's just
No
I turn the
shots fired to the Sharks.
I
but-
turn as my 7-year-old's just standing here watching at the door. He's like, what?
Daddy, what
is gay?
Daddy's gay. I always knew.
Oh, he actually does have to
Yeah.
have a parenting moment right now. Daddy was kidding.
I'll see you in a little bit.
No, once they're able to turn themselves around, they can sleep however they get comfy.
The crazy shit is when they just have like both legs and one arm out of like between the bars of the crib.
The
and you're
slats.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
You're like, you good? And they're like,
good,
from the
bud?
podcast? Is that from the
You
podcast,
just-
Dad? Get
Yeah.
a life.
God damn.
I'm like, how are you still sleeping with just legs out like that?
Well, do you remember even when you're a kid, like I'm starting to notice it, like when you would sit and watch TV, like you would sit in the most fucking weird ways,
Crazy
like with your
positions.
legs like up on the
Behind my
couch, but
head.
you're like laying.
And that's
on...
when it started. People would be like, well, that's gay. And I go, is it?
No, it is not.
Anders always looked at the TV with his asshole directly in the air.
It was it was easier to suck
Yes.
What's
the
that?
I like
Yes.
the jacket I'm wearing is what I'm saying.
Oh.
And then the next morning, opened gifts from like immediate family and Santa.
Santa. Yes, of course.
Santa. That's how you said it. You're so Norwegian, you have to say it that way.
Yeah, on Santa.
Santa Claus. Oh, Daddy, did Santa Claus come to the house?
Santa.
It's
Santa
Santa
Claus.
Claus. It's Santa Claus. Oh,
Santa
yes. And
Claus.
run.
Jesu navn vi går till bord.
Oh, shit. Did you just say
Damn.
something?
We
That
had like a
seemed
whole
real.
Norwegian prayer that we would say, like,
Well, can you run it back?
Oh my gosh. Can you dig it?
I don't know if I can.
Snap us off with some of that Euro freaking.
It's Jesu navn vi går till bord, which means like in Jesus' name we come to the table.
Hey, hey, tell you
God.
what, I don't need hymns after hearing that. Rock hard over here.
Speaking of
Okay.
hymns, the Bible. I don't know if you space drinka, which is like eat and drink. I don't know what the rest is.
Eat and drink, get fucked up.
Yeah,
the
that's what it is.
food
Thank
up,
you. You
Full
know
bar.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, we actually would have a Santa Claus and a elf come to our house.
Jesus
Wow,
Christ! You had a
fucking
BB gun
money.
room. You had a fucking
Money.
Dude,
elf
th-
and Santa.
There would be this knock. We would hear jingle bells outside, this knock on the door, and it was the same guy every year, this huge dude. He seemed like he was 7 feet tall, but he'd be like, ho, ho, ho. And he had a little man friend, this little round dude who would walk in with him. It turned out it was like this guy who worked with my Aunt Arlene, she's a nurse at the hospital. But
That's tight.
every year he would, and everybody would sit on his lap and tell him what you wanted for Christmas, and he would give you a present,
Dude.
and it was fucking cool.
Where
dude.
is that guy?
I don't know. I gotta ask Arlene.
Because I'll tell you what, I promise you, I don't
Prison.
know, but I imagine he had no family, and he filled that void saying, "Hey guys, if you got kids, I'll show up at the house.
And they could sit on my lap.
I'll bring gifts. They can sit on a lap.
They could sit on my lap.
I'll rock their." Like he filled the void. What a good guy.
No, he was like a nurse. He was a great guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Come
What
sit. They could sit on my lap.
No, but at Durs, I heard you.
No, I'm not going that angle.
I heard you, but Adam is in the other ear saying like he's in prison. He's a pervert.
Well, that's how we live in your life. I'm on one side, he's on the other.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
like my mom and my dad.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
interesting. That's right.
And they could sit on my lap.
No video games. Yeah.
That was a great tradition. I had a lot of fun with that.
What a fucking baller.
That's very cool.
It was really cool.
That is very nice of him, as long as he wasn't jerking off about that later. When we don't know.
He wasn't. He was.
Yeah.
He was. No, he would like. My aunt would sit on his lap and he'd be like, "Oh, like he was."
He would jerk me off.
He would always He would always flirt with my aunt.
He would make it sexual
that's
with his
cool.
coworker. That's
Yes.
cool. All right, so he's my kind of guy.
He'd be like,
All
"Hey,
right.
you know my sack's pretty full.
No, he would, dude. I remember.
I got a whole load in here."
He'd always be like, "Oh, no." He really would. He'd lay it on thick, and we all got a kick out of it because we're
What?
like, "Oh, as soon as Arlene sits on his lap, he's gonna have a." He had a lot of inappropriate jokes.
I take it all back, dude. It's like the candy cane is on the rise.
No, he was cool. He was hella funny. I think
I'm not saying he wasn't cool. I'd hang with him now, but I don't want to bring my kids around him.
he. No,
Yeah.
he was cool to the kids, but to all the moms, like my mom, my Aunt Lori, Arlene, like
Yeah.
when he sat on, he would make like inappropriate jokes. It
Yeah.
was really funny.
All right, so yeah, he's tight. I'm on board with him now.
I got a little snow in my mustache.
Durs is off, and I'm back on.
Okay.
But my cousin ratted me out. I showed him my box of Sears catalog women.
Mm-hmm. Like
I would cut them out. I would
brassiere cutout situation.
I'd cut out the women in bras and keep
Oh, not an actual box of
them
women.
in a shoebox,
Binder of women. Yeah.
a shoebox. And I was like, look at this, dude. And then he ran downstairs. He was like, oh my God, everybody, look at Adam's a creep. I was 8. This guy was 18 years old.
I was gonna say this is a huge power move by an older cousin.
He wasn't like 3 years older where you're like,
Right.
okay, he was also a kid and he thought it was funny. He was an adult man.
Yeah.
What a fucker.
He was 18 and I was 8, dude. I still to this day He's my least favorite cousin.
Daddy gets what daddy wants.
Millennium.
Sure. Millennium feels
Or
like
Jiggy. Sorry, Jiggy was the one that made the dictionary back in the day that I remember being like,
Yes,
well,
that
here
was
we go.
huge. And Bling
I love
Bling
that.
at
And
one
we're
point.
out.
Bling Bling made it, and I was pretty
Yeah.
stoked.
So the 2024 words, the ick
Okay.
is a noun, a sudden feeling of disgust or dislike.
Mhm.
I bet you use that, right, Blake? The
yeah,
ick.
I use it constantly.
Yeah.
The ick. You
Yeah,
guys
to
give me
me-
the ick.
What this is
The
what
whole world
Go
gone
ahead.
crazy.
go ahead.
So this is weird.
Thank
This is
you.
weird because like bed rotting, those are two words that are in the dictionary. How could it be added to the dictionary? Girl dinner?
It's science.
this is my problem. This is my problem.
Okay.
Girl dinner?
Is that
Yeah.
these aren't new words.
Words,
These just
right.
these
That's-
just seem like Merriam-Webster or whoever the fuck it
That
is.
stupid bitch.
They're just trying to like find relevance every year to be like, by the way, we are the dictionary.
Yeah.
By like saying, hey, youngsters, we're down with your lingo. But these aren't gonna fucking these aren't staying. These words aren't staying. So
You
you're
don't
putting them in
think
the
the ick is
dictionary.
Unlike Millennium, which is
Millennium
here.
is still on the tip of your
forever.
tongue.
No,
Yes.
Jiggy.
Jiggy is still holds a
It's
ton of
still
weight.
right there.
But what I'm
dude.
saying is they're
I'm
just
getting jiggy with it. You
they're-
happened to wasn't he beefing with Kendrick Lamar? Whatever happened to that?
it's only gotten crazier, and I'm glad we're talking about it now.
Yes. Yes.
Drake's like suing him for defamation. Or his record label or something.
Oh, whoa!
Oh yeah, he's like taking down the entire like music industry to destroy him. He's
Yeah.
like claiming that like he paid for like listens or something to get it, or like to get
Who that Kendrick Lamar did?
Yeah.
That there was some exactly. That there was some like business sorcery to suppress
Mhm.
Drake's listens versus
Oh,
Kendrick's.
yeah.
Because I guess you can like pay more for Spotify to like feature you a little bit more, you know?
Oh, that'd be fun to uncover.
Yeah.
But like I like how Drake's like, yeah, I'm suing
It's basically like
for business happening.
yeah. It's basically like he
Like this is just what we do. This is just how business works.
That is bitch made, but
it's very bitch made.
it's bitch made to sue because you're like, I'm gonna go
Right.
tell my daddy, my
Right.
lawyer daddy.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you would play the homie at like Super Nintendo and he'd be losing and then he turned the game off. It's just not cool, man. Just because
Mhm.
you're losing.
Is that what
Yeah.
you would do?
No, man.
I feel like it's a little different than that. Where I could see you being a little bitch, Blake, about video games.
Adam, you don't think it's exactly like what Blake just said? He thinks Adam thinks it's a little different.
No, I never did that. I never did
Right.
that.
I think it might be a little different, but Blake, we just found out we've known you
Yes.
more than half of our lives.
Uh-huh.
Upwards of 20 years.
Yeah.
More than 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And we just found out that you have a dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
You own a dog.
Yes.
You're a dog owner.
Yes, I've had a dog for close to like I don't know, 7 years now.
You've had a dog for 6 or 7 years.
6-7 years?
We've talked about dogs all the time. You've never mentioned that you have a dog. That's such a
Wait
crazy,
a second. 6-7 years?
Maybe. Yeah, right around there.
Hang on.
Maybe.
Is this a Blake Anderson 6-7 years?
Yes.
Or is this like a legit actual 2 or 3 years?
I'm trying to calculate how long I've been with Sam, but yeah, ever since she moved
So
in.
this is a Sam dog.
I didn't choose this dog. This dog was bestowed upon me. It was a package
Okay.
deal.
You didn't land on Plymouth Rock?
Exactly. Thank you.
Got it.
And
Got it.
yeah, so I don't really claim the dog because I didn't pick the dog. I didn't choose the dog. So it's
Okay,
not
It's getting dark. It's getting oddly dark.
it's not my dog, but
Okay.
I
Yeah. Damn. It seems like you hate this dog. Do you like this dog? Or?
I don't love
Okay.
the dog.
What are we
Okay.
talking? Are we talking? Is this a rescue? Is this a purebred? Is this something I would approve of?
So that's why you don't claim the dog. Is you there's some animosity, there's some hatred in your heart towards this dog.
To be fair, no, I love dogs. Dogs are rad, but I'm not really I'm not a super pet guy. I'm not really into pets.
Mhm.
I don't.
Do all dogs go to heaven? In your
I
opinion?
I don't think they do. I don't think this one is going to heaven. It's kind of a demon
Okay.
dog.
Is
It's
it kind of
going
a piece of
Okay.
shit dog, or what's the deal?
No, it's just
Why don't you love this dog?
It's just a really
And-
complex. It's a very complex dog. I don't want to shit talk on this dog. Just in case Sam listens, I don't want to like shit.
We didn't ask you to shit on the dog. We just wondered why we had never heard of the dog.
Yeah, we're just asking some questions about the dog. We didn't know that this dog existed. The fact that this dog has been in your house that you own for 6 or 7 years. I think you said 7 or 8 years.
No. I don't think.
Who's
it's,
to say?
I don't think it's 8 years.
Okay, so
By the
6.
way, I don't even want to come at you this hard.
Yeah.
Like today, I rolled into this episode being like, I feel like we've been riding Blake
Yeah,
too hard.
you guys have really been.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll save it.
You've been fucking giving it to me. I'm
Yep.
getting Eiffel Towered by you, bros, every week.
Well, that's kind of fun.
What
What do
kind
you
of dog?
Some kind of like It's like a poodle something. It's a little guy.
Okay, well, I see why you don't love it.
Like a mixed breed.
I believe it has one or two. Yeah, like two breeds to it.
That's a mix.
Yeah.
okay.
That's a mix.
It's a
Do you
poodle.
walk this dog ever?
I have.
Yeah.
But
Do you have to? I mean, what size shits does this dog?
very little, very tiny.
Yeah.
The shits are. It's
Okay.
a
Then
small
what's-
dog. It's just
and
a
it
little.
doesn't shed. Does it shed?
No.
Well, what's not to like about this dog?
It's a-
Just kind of mean.
Little mean. It's a little nippy.
Is it in charge?
No, but you know what?
Adam?
She has some real fight to her, so I appreciate that.
I think it's in charge.
No, it's not in charge. It's not in charge. I've
Okay.
tried to check this dog before, and she doesn't back down. She's very feisty, and I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing is you are not supposed to back down. They don't back down until you don't back down. Have you seen Caesar Milan?
I have.
This dude just lets dogs bite him and then looks at them like this. Doesn't hurt. Even though you know he's in pain.
Who is that? Is that the dog whisperer?
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
show is great. Like he takes down some really scary little dogs.
But he gets bitten
he does,
and then just doesn't act like it.
yeah, he's just
Mhm.
like, do it again.
That's the trick.
And he like stares at them. And then the dog is like,
Like what the fuck? Why isn't
Yeah.
the bite?
So you need to fight this dog a la Carrie Busey surviving the game
Okay.
speech.
Okay, fair enough.
The acting in pornos have really it's slowed down. I feel like
Oh,
What?
go on. Go off.
I feel like when we were in our peak, when we were in our peak porno watching eras,
Sure.
which you guys might still be.
Halloween every year? Go ahead.
I feel I feel there was production value in the
Well,
pornos, and
yeah,
it was
absolutely.
a more of an
There-
event because they were selling the DVDs,
Absolutely.
Mm.
they were selling the VHSs
Yes.
for the
Well,
for
there
the
was a
dad.
fork in the road. There was a fork
Yeah.
in the road.
Okay.
And we all know. Remember when they spent like, I don't know, I think it was like $1 million or something crazy, $10 million on
the pirate
like a
one.
Pirate of
yeah.
the Caribbean.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like this is the future. And then it was absolutely the opposite of that.
Yes.
Or they're like, no, you have a van. We're gonna pick up a woman and throw her out of the van. Actually, that's the new style.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I'm not asking for that either. If I could just get a middle of the road where there's a little bit of set design and no one's getting thrown out of a van,
Yeah.
we're good
Yeah,
to go.
what was the throwing out of the van? I wish I mean, we did a whole sketch about this,
we
about
did.
how like
Yes. The bang bus.
we did a bang bus sketch way back in the day. And that was when we first harnessed the power of the internet
Right.
because it went
Right.
mildly viral, very moderately viral. And
Yeah.
then Bang Bus sent us a lot of free merch, which
Yeah, we were swagged out.
which is great. And they were pioneers.
They
were
were.
pioneers.
we were very excited about. We were all in our early 20s. It was very exciting.
If I could give them one note, it's the idea of like driving around and then a woman's like, yeah, fuck me in this van. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you're like throw them out of the van
No,
and
that's
they're
just
standing there on the
right.
corner with their clothes, you're like,
Yeah. What the
dude,
heck?
what?
Yeah.
That's not kind.
Why? Why are you doing that? You just what?
No, the cooler thing would have been they found their wife.
Oh,
like
yeah.
this is who you're gonna marry.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they get married. Yeah.
They're like,
that's
wow.
I would like
they
it.
actually drive to that Whitechapel in Vegas, and they're just like,
or the driver's a priest.
Oh, that's kind of
oh,
cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
You know, I didn't know.
Bang bus.
So as they're doing it, doggy style, he's doing the sermon.
He's reciting his vows.
Yeah. The vows.
They step on like the glass
He's like, you may now kiss the bride.
and they say L'chaim, and they're like, yeah.
Oh, they're
So
Jewish
Sure.
in this scenario?
I assume they could be.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
it could be anything.
We assume they could be, yeah.
Black, white, polka dots.
Could be anything.
Your
No,
boobs
but
are
I just
huge.
I was always bummed out that I was part of. I mean, look, it's a whole dark thing, but like
you weren't part of it. You weren't part of it.
to then be part of the thing where they're kicking them out of the van. You're
Yeah.
like, guys,
It's not kind.
someone just got like a Starlink to a village, and the village got porno, or they got phones or something.
Right,
And then
right.
within like 2 weeks, the entire village of the dudes in the village were all just walking around watching porno.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
what
all
do you
day.
expect?
Oh, yeah,
brother?
that's right.
Isn't that just like kind of like
Telling?
yep. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's the biggest yeah I've ever heard in my life.
Imagine you live in a village.
Yes.
Closing my
You-
eyes.
I'm there now. I'm smelling the smells.
You've never seen any other women but the women in your village, and you're related to a lot of them.
Blake's like, I'm dressed as a construction worker. Different village, not the village
Yeah.
people.
Come on now.
Different.
Come on.
I'm a biker in assless leather chaps.
Yeah,
That's
different.
what it is.
Different.
No, it's not what I was thinking.
And you've never seen anyone outside of this village.
Right.
Suddenly you can see every woman imaginable,
Naked grandma!
every color and creed.
All walks of life, black, purple.
Yeah, right. Black polka dot.
Red, white, blue, purple, polka dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show stopping.
And you can see, and they're working at a lemonade stand, and they're having.
Do you remember the first? I mean, I'm sure it just would shock.
You've got the floor, Adam. You've got the floor.
You're getting emotional, and you're getting emotional. Adam
picked up the microphone.
He's holding his heart.
First time I remember seeing a naked woman, I opened.
Yeah, what was your mom doing?
It wasn't my mom. It wasn't my mom. First time outside of, I'm sure I saw my mom, but outside of my mom,
Sure.
she had no lasting impact.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And I
yes,
opened
yes.
up. I was
Burn.
waiting for my mom to pay
Naked
for
grandma!
something,
Okay.
and there was a porno rack right here. It was a shitty gas station, and I'm standing there. Yeah, dude. And I grabbed a magazine.
So your mom was there?
Yeah, my mom was right there. I didn't
Got
know
it.
what I was grabbing. I just
yeah.
grabbed a magazine.
You were in her
Yeah.
presence.
And I opened it up, and there was a woman, and she was holding her
Mhm.
tit.
Ah.
She had like a big tits,
Ah.
and she had them like propped
Mm.
up on her arm like
yeah.
this,
Oh shit!
and they're
Like
flopped over.
a falconer.
Yeah. Yes, she was resting her tits on her arm much like a falconer.
Ghostface killer. Arm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
This is the way.
it stopped me dead in my tracks. Like I had a hard time breathing. I was so
Right.
excited. Like,
Yes.
and I was young. I probably was 7 or 8. I was like a little kid, and it
The
just
possibilities of the world have just
Yeah,
shattered.
shifted.
oh
Yeah.
Completely annihilated
Yeah.
your reality.
oh my god.
Your boobs
I
are
could
huge.
cry. I could honestly cry thinking about it.
That's wild.
I
Yeah.
think that answers almost everything. But yeah. Yeah.
About your entire career, your life.
Yeah. I mean, if that makes you
Yeah.
misty, I go, well,
Yeah.
That's another
Wow.
It was
Uh-huh.
beautiful, dude. It was beautiful.
God.
The female body
Yeah.
is
Like
absolutely
a falconer.
absolutely incredible, and I'm excited for these villagers to get
Still gonna send it.
to get to see it for the first time
Well, they're not just
in a real way.
And do you think there's in any way you just trying to
in a real way.
Well, I tell you what, the
Recreate-
women in this village
Have you
probably
been
aren't walking
falconing?
around with their tits like
Yeah.
they're falconers or doing all the crazy
Okay.
stuff that they
Okay.
do in these magazines
Sure.
and
Yeah.
now on the internet. I
Right.
bet they're not doing that. I
Yeah.
bet they're not doing that.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah, but don't you think of like having
You ever type in retro?
it's really good. Don't you ever? But
Yeah.
they say like a lot of this like porno is like it's rotting the minds of us and the youth.
They.
Oh, they say that? They
Yeah.
say?
Yes.
Hey,
Those-
I'll say it. It's rotting the minds, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So now that village is gonna.
Yeah. You can't watch it too much.
Now they're gonna try to like do like weird moves in the bedroom.
I agree. There's no such thing as watching it too much.
Great ass.
Good point,
That's the
Adam.
way.
You can't watch it too much.
Yeah, you can't watch it too much.
Next thing you know, you're at your village. Everybody's trying to do pile drivers. It's just getting
Yeah.
out of hand, man.
But that's fun.
I mean, can you imagine?
But that's fun.
I'm a nice man.
But like, do you think in these villages,
Yes.
like, they're bored?
Yeah.
Right.
There's no
Well, no.
TV, so
No,
I
no,
got to
no.
imagine they've already done all this stuff.
No. They haven't.
They might be able to teach us a thing or two.
I just imagine.
Kama Sutra, they didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
I imagine these sweet village people, and they're not
They had their imaginations, Adam.
gaping each other's buttholes.
Why? What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you might be right.
But by the way, I think about this all the time.
I know
I'm
you
still
do.
gonna
I know
say
you.
that.
I know you do, dude.
How like it
All the time.
I know you do.
But no. But just like how you're like they don't have gaping buttholes. All it takes is for one person in charge to be like, and the women here, we need to make sure you gape your buttholes. It's
Yep.
just what we do here.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
look, think about it. Every woman in Western world.
And that's in order.
So, Durst, you think about this. You think about this all
And
the
that's
time.
in order.
I think about things that are introduced into cultures that just
Sure.
become like the status quo.
The norm.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like-
Oh yeah.
like-
cell
like
phones.
eating eggs.
eating eggs,
Sure, eating eggs, but like shaving
Sure.
pubic hair.
Like the first guy that.
Like
that-
people just are
yeah.
like
Who did that?
women shave their legs and their armpits.
I was thinking about that today.
And they only do that because apparently, like during the war, when we were all gone to sell razors, razor companies were like, don't tell me you're hairy.
Right.
Be smooth. Shave
Right.
your legs, Gillette, or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
You know, and then women were like embarrassed to be hairy.
Yeah.
I would say solid move, Gillette.
Probably the same as like,
And that's just like a couple steps away from a gaping butthole demand.
well, what brand is going to ask people to gape their butthole? What would be the
Bic.
sell?
Yeah, there's not a lot of.
What would be
gape.
the s-
Bic will do it. Bic will do it.
Bic?
What?
Gape?
Why does Gip want? Why does Bic want?
Want you gaped?
Once you
It-
gaped.
It's arbitrary. It could be anybody. It could be Papermate. It could be anybody, guys.
Say
It could be paper mace.
It could be Papermate. It could be fucking. It could be Uniball. You know,
You're just
You know what I'm
looking for
saying?
stuff around your.
You're just looking at your desk.
Porno finds a way.
Next thing you know, your best friend has a dog you've never known about. Fucking what?
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
You guys, maybe I've told you guys.
That's absolutely wild.
Does it sleep in the bed with you?
No,
I don't know.
By the way, I've been over to your house. Where was this dog?
like under the stairs.
Mm.
What? Like Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Are they together?
They were together. They talked about how they just would drink each other's blood and it brought them closer to each other.
Somebody help me!
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it would, wouldn't it?
I think it better.
I don't know how it couldn't,
Shit. How?
to be honest.
Yeah. How
And
If
much
I'm drinking
closer
someone
can you
else's
get?
blood, Blake, if we're drinking each other's blood,
You know
We're
I have a
closer.
dog. You know I
Yeah.
have a dog at that point.
I'm like,
We might know you have a dog.
you got a dog?
Drinking blood.
If you're drinking my blood, you know I have a dog.
But I'm hearing that women don't really like having sex very long anymore. That's the new thing.
I'm hearing.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
hearing-
hearing from my gal pals.
When you say they say and I'm hearing, bro, just open up.
I'm hearing from gal pals that they kind of want to. They want to kind of get it.
Just be cool.
I'm hearing, dude.
They want to get it done with. They don't really want to marry.
I think that's your girl going like, wrap it up, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm hearing
Wow.
from
Oh,
several of my gal pals that
We good?
they aren't looking for a long time. They're just looking for a good time. All right. And these marathon guys,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
gotta wrap it up.
Merriam or Webster, whoever is listening,
You fucker.
just pick words that have been around for 10 years.
You gotta.
And
get
then
it
everyone, and then it's just as exciting It's just as cool.
But then you got to wait 10 years, and they got to sell.
But guess what, Adam?
They got to sell these
dictionaries
books,
every
man.
year.
Guess what, Adam?
Every year.
I know. But guess what?
What's up?
10 years. There was a
Yep.
10 years
What's
ago. Every day,
Uh-huh.
tomorrow, and the next day, there was a 10 years before from that. So every year has a 10 years ago.
Take me
No.
outside. How about that?
That's not how that works.
Well, take me outside. How about that? What
That's
do you
not
mean
how
that's
that
not how it works? They could completely go.
So these are the words of the day 10 years ago, but
Words of the
not
day.
every year.
Words of the day.
Sorry, the words of their time.
No, but you
10
said
years
words
ago.
of the day.
Jump down his throat, bro. Get him. Get him.
Correct.
But what you're trying to say is that they've stood the test of time. Not
Correct.
every year there's a new word that stands the test of time.
Yes.
But my point is, every year there can be words that have stood the test of time the last 10 years
No.
that get put in, as opposed to like Riz, where
But
they're like,
but
my
that's not-
9-year-old says Riz all the time. My kids are running around saying,
Well, they sound cool
Well, they-
because Riz is
no,
going to
no,
be the
no.
one
Well,
that
no,
sticks
no, no.
around.
They say
They're
not
saying
alpha.
skippy
What
toilet,
are they
Riz.
saying?
Oh,
Not
Sigma.
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 They run
Sigma.
around being like,
Yes.
dude, it was
That's
so Sigma. And I'm like,
That's
if this
that's
is
in the brain rot universe. That's
Yep.
in the brain rot universe. Welcome. You're part of it, and you didn't even know.
Would you guys be able to guess what this word is in the dictionary now?
Okay.
In shitification.
In shitification. Is that making something shitty?
I'm gonna go.
Making making something good shitty?
I'm
The
gonna go.
gradual degradation of an online platform or service's functionality as part of a cycle in which the platform or service first offers benefits to users to attract them, then pursues more and more profits at the expense
Goodbye.
of users.
See, here's
Huh.
the problem. There's probably already a
Huh.
word for that people don't know. So they're inventing new words to be like, this is a new word. And it's not a new word that's going to stand the test of time unless it's like Jiggy, which has
is
stood
still
the
at the
test
tip
of
of our
time.
tongue. Yes.
I like, there's a
And
word called,
shitification.
dude, there's a, cozy is in the dictionary. Cozy.
Of course.
Well,
You're
yeah,
saying it just
but it's-
made it?
It just made it.
Cozy.
According to this, according
Come
to
on.
time.com,
Come
cozy.
on.
Hang on.
Cozy.
Cozy has
Cozy
been in the
kitchen.
dictionary. They might be adding like, what do they call it? An addendum?
I think they're adding.
Oh.
an
No,
Or as the
adjective.
kids on the street are calling,
Yeah.
it's a add
Uh,
I got nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're
yeah, you
adding
do
it
have
to
go.
the definition of cozy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did they add?
And what's the new definition?
So it's relating to a genre of mystery stories with little suspense, explicit violence or sexual content, often also having amateur sleuths and idyllic intimate settings. So kind of a shitty story. Mystery
what I'm
stories
talking
with
about.
little suspense.
Who is this for?
What?
Why does the dictionary
they're-
think people like that they're getting any sort of like street cred?
Kids want the
What
cool
is
new
happening?
dictionary.
So,
They're like,
dude, I mean, what kind of stories are these? They're like, oh, it's a mystery story, and guess what? Little suspense.
Getting casual. Oh, maybe we're not getting casual.
Guess who's back? Back
Adam, do you have
again.
something to tell us?
Oh, shit.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about when Liam Hemsworth told me he lost his house? This is years ago. This is
In Australia during those fires?
no. It was during the Malibu fires. He was still with what's her name? Party in the USA.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley.
Miley.
Yeah.
He was with her at the time, and we were doing press for Isn't It Romantic? And there was a little bathroom, like a little side bathroom that only cast could use. And
Right.
I was in there taking a shit. And there was just
Nice.
the toilet, the shitting toilet, and then a urinal. And he came in, and I'm taking a shit, and
Nice.
the urinal is there. And I'm like, oh, what's up, Liam? He could see that it was me, and he's like,
Wait.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, mate. We hadn't catched up yet. We hadn't seen each other yet.
Yeah.
Caught up. And
They're catched.
we're catching
My boy
up.
was catched.
Sure.
And so
Man, let's catch up real quick.
That's Aussie. That's Aussie.
so he was like, what's up? And I'm like, not much. How are you doing? He's like, not good, mate. We'd lost the house in Malibu.
I remember hearing about this now. Yeah. Not this story, but the house.
I was like, oh my God, man, I am so sorry. That really sucks. And he was like, yeah. And he was kind of starting to tell me about it, and I'm holding in a shit at this point.
Oh,
And so I'm
You're a
like,
fucking
I don't want to
disaster,
like
my
just
guy.
drop a deuce. So I'm like kind of
Right.
holding it in, and it kind of sucks back up in there,
Right.
And so I didn't want to like drop it out when in the middle of the story. But then what happened
You're
was
on the toilet?
I'm currently taking a shit. I was shitting.
He's speaking to you over the door or
through the door. He's pissing through the door.
through the door?
well, through the door. Come on, Blake. Is that how
know.
you do it, Blake? Over the door? You like eye contact?
Yeah, like Mr. Wilson from Home Improvement.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I can see it.
So my asshole took the shit and it sucked it back up into my body.
Asshole.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there trying to be respectful and listening to the story, but I am on the toilet. And then
Sure. I mean, he's asking for it.
when he's pouring his heart out, telling me about it, and I'm, I'm letting him, tell me all this stuff, and
Yeah.
and
you're
I'm
allowed.
letting him. And
Yes, you're allowed.
dude, the loudest little squeaker just came out of my body. Like it was like it just goes.
Wow.
And he just goes,
Sorry, did you say
Jesus.
the loudest little squeaker?
yeah, it was like wildly.
Well, it's like a dog whistle.
Oh, you didn't hear?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
there
okay.
it
I
is.
might have been chunking.
There it was. And he was like, "What the fuck, mate?" And I'm like, "I'm
Right.
so sorry, dude. I'm on the toilet." And he's like, "I'm telling you about my house that's burning down."
Yeah.
And and I felt horrible. I felt bad. But what can you do?
Well, I mean, it's too you are in the stall, so
I was currently shitting. Yeah.
yeah. So I feel like both have valid points. I see both sides of the story. I mean,
Yeah.
but
I bet
yeah,
you want to.
Are you gonna try to make it back up there when we were being evacuated? People were like, "Are you gonna try to make it up there?" First of all, I'm not gonna drive up there through fires as people are trying to
no.
exit
that would be problematic.
to like grab shit. I'm like, first of all,
Right,
no.
right.
But then also you hear people on the news being like, I'm sure people are going in their homes, grabbing things, getting important documents. I'm like, what documents are people grabbing? What documents?
Well, Emma got all of our children's birth certificates, our social security cards, our passports,
Okay,
proof of identity, and all that kind of stuff. Adam,
Yeah, I think they tell you to like.
Is that
back
what you
that
grabbed?
I feel like this is more
I-
like of
I think
educational moment than a like. What are we talking about? Who
No.
cares about documents?
No, I'm goofy as fuck. I love goofy things. I built a whole career on the goof. You know,
Okay,
my whole
yeah.
life is a goof, dude. Life's a goof,
Right.
and then you die.
Okay.
I'm not
Right.
shitting on goof, man. I'm not shitting on goof. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
The goof trope. Okay.
Yeah, you might have started the fire with an attitude like that. You know.
Right.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
to make light of it, but
Sure.
Don't make light of it. But if you make light of the goof, then you might have started the fire.
yeah.
Okay.
The goof is in the pudding.
The goof is in the pudding. Well said. No
Came,
bites.
Bill Gates came, Mark Zuckerberg came, many of them came numerous times. The bankers have all come. Everybody's coming.
That's a lot of
Dude,
talk.
that's a lot of coming, man. I truly think Trump knows what he's doing, and he's like, if I say come 15 times in a row, I bet he like had a little bet with an intern. And he's like, I bet you can't. He's like, I bet I'm gonna say come 15 times. And he's like, there's no way you'll be able to say come that many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, watch this,
Watch this.
and then he fucking nails it.
One sentence.
Yes, Mark Zuckerberg came.
You think talking about come with an intern is a good thing, an advantageous thing
Yeah.
in this climate?
In that cabinet, it's fine.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
green light.
In the
Okay.
Trump presidency, it's a-okay.
It's
What
here.
up?
It's
Okay.
there.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You know, I
here.
played that song for my son the other day. Fucking loved it. Dude.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, just the hips were moving. He was doing that like little kid dance where you just
That-
sort of hump shit.
And do you guys know the Chevy Chase video?
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
good.
The music
The music video is
all time.
Chevy
I-
Chase singing the song. When I was a kid, I thought it was
He
a Chevy
Paul-
Chase song.
He was Paul
Exactly.
Simon.
Same.
I didn't know it was a Paul Simon song. I just saw the video. You know, that song came out
Yeah.
when we were like very, very young.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, Chevy Chase from the movies also is a
Multi-talented.
very talented singer-songwriter. This guy does it all.
But you
That's
know that
cool.
he is a talented musician, and he was in Steely Dan. I think?
Chevy Chase was in Steely Dan. I've never heard
Isaac
that
is
before.
about, or Todd or Isaac are about to jump in here so hard.
Never heard that.
I'm pretty sure Chevy Chase was in Steely Dan, and then he left.
He was the drummer before they
Yeah.
formed Steely Dan. So Chevy Chase was just up in the mix.
Because then he went to Lemmings. That's why I think he's fallen off so hard, is he kind of had everything.
Well, and I think he's a dickhead.
I know, but what I'm going to explain about his dickheadness is that I think a lot of people work.
Yeah, dickhead to dickhead.
Well, because this is somebody who I watched growing up, and it was like,
Loved him.
he's automatically amazing
love
and
him?
everything. And then there was a little bit of like a fall off, and it was a social fall off that people just weren't jiving with. But I also understand like his humor is like combative and like aggressive and like put downy, because I think he wants people to do the same thing to him so he can like that. I mean, even in the new SNL movie, he was going like toe to toe with like Milton Berle until Milton pulled out
his huge cock,
his huge hog.
Huge.
In front of Sidney Crawford's daughter.
Yes, he
And
did. That's such a cool part.
I've only watched that part of the movie, and I watched that like 35 times. Yeah, I watched that like 35
But I do want to circle back to that movie, but I think that everything came pretty natural to him, and it didn't to other people, and like he never developed the same kind of like human understanding, because he's like, what? This is, you can't just play the drums. Like, what are you, a fucking?
Or
like,
he was just a fucking asshole.
I know, but why?
Yeah.
People are
Why
just
was he an
born
asshole?
assholes.
Why?
Well, probably his father. Probably his father was a dick. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
That's usually the case. Like someone's dad is a total asshole, and they're like, "Oh, that's how you are."
But then people in his inner circle seem to really like him. So what's the
who?
Yeah, who's like
the
Chevy
Lorne
Chase?
Michaels and like the Paul Simons and like all these people in his
I think they're assholes.
Paul Simon's an asshole, maybe. Okay,
Fair
enough.
maybe.
Isn't he notoriously an asshole as well? I don't know.
I didn't know that. I thought Paul Simon was like the poster
Maybe
child for like the fucking
Nice
The
guys.
loved.
the love
Yeah.
the love movement of the '60s or whatever.
Well, that's projecting. That's
That's projecting.
that's overcompensating.
What? That's not what I'm talking about. Fucking. I'm talking
Yes,
about
you
like
are.
just like
Yes, you are, bitch.
no. I'm talking about like
I'm gonna come.
I'm talking about like the kindness and like the hippie.
Hippies were fucking durs.
You're not into sex. You're not into making love.
Durs.
Dude, the only reason anyone was a hippie, it wasn't
Okay.
because they didn't want to wash their armpits.
listening.
It was because 100% of the time
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to fuck, and they're like,
Yes.
okay,
This is the way.
it's free love. Everyone, it's just a little cuddle puddle, and you can just
Right.
dive
Yeah.
in with a hard dick.
Yes.
That's why they did it. That's why they did it.
Okay, thank
Water
you.
trash.
And so thank you. And so Paul Simon, the poster child of the horny movement, essentially, is
Yes.
what we're saying.
And cowards who don't go to war.
No one's hornier, and that's why Garfunkel was like, "I'm out."
Yeah, it's
Simon.
like
I'm
not
you're
trying
too
to-
horny. You're too
Yeah.
horny.
Right.
Yes.
yeah, he's problematic.
think
Like
so.
Garfunkel is a name you made up. That actually they meant fucking. I'm about to go Garfunk.
Fine, go. I'm gonna be right here doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
And
need
by
your
the
ass
way-
anyway.
If there's any song that fucking is that's made for fucking,
It's
that,
that.
yeah.
You know how hard you
Dude.
can fuck to that song?
Yeah, it's so.
You know how
steamy.
hard you can fuck to this song, dude?
Oh, dude, just a fucking pounding,
This,
man.
this is something like American
Ah.
Psycho, Patrick Bateman fucking
Yes.
music.
Well, you know, if you put that song on full blast
Uh-huh.
in the midst of a fucking session,
yeah.
Yeah. A throwdown.
if she doesn't leave,
It's a freak off.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you marry her. She's
Yes.
she's the one.
If
she's
she
the best.
doesn't leave,
If she doesn't,
Hit it.
and what does it say if she does leave?
Wait, what? Wait, leave during sex or like at?
Yeah.
All right, I'm out. I got to pack it up, brother.
I mean, if we're being real, is an insane song to fuck to.
Actually, stop fucking me.
Adam's like, the bit, I can't, I won't. Let's get real about this. This is important. This is important.
Because it is an insane song to have sex to.
No,
Sorry,
hold up.
Sorry, Blake. Fuck to.
Stop Stop fucking me, dog.
I feel like if you put that song on, I would say 98% of women would go, "Where's my clothes? I'm leaving. This
I'm
is
head up
insane.
out of here.
I'm out of here." Now, if one girl's like, she's backing up into it to the beat of that song, you're like, let's get married. You're cool. You're down.
You just described every woman at UCB who's like, okay, I get the bit. Okay, so the bit is we're fucking to this goofy song.
Let's go.
Hang on, is this
Welcome
thing
to
on?
Chevy Chases. Welcome to Chase. Chevy
Is
Chases.
this thing on? Yeah, Adam, I'm glad we unpacked that. I'm glad we paused the bit because sometimes the bit goes a little too far. It's a bit much.
I mean, it's a bit much. Thank you for saying that. Yes, points.
That's why Michael Jackson was the shit because he was like way up on the roof and they're like, okay, wow. So he's going to do this entire thing from the roof. But then he was down on the field.
Psych.
Right.
Psych.
Then he was down on the field.
So you like Michael Jackson.
With some Michael Jackson magic. I stand with Mike. All right.
Blake stands by everything Mike has ever done.
Mm-hmm. Do you lay with Michael? I lay with Michael.
I stand, I lay, I do whatever he wants, brother.
I stand, I lay.
Yeah.
Yes, points.
I lay with Michael.
I just, yeah, I know you're Mr. Backshots. We know,
dude. I would love to get some back shots. Speaking of back shots, my bodywork guy. This was the one that I was like, dude, I might have to throw up the red flag because I've.
You need another 4 inches.
Hey, when I'm on his table, my body is his. So I've let him do.
You're a monster.
Whatever to make me feel better, and it does. And he does the 3-finger special, where his fingers are right under my nutsack, right above my asshole,
right.
And I've in all these precarious situations, but then the muscles release, and I feel so much better. So this time he has me laying flat on the table, and he gets in, and he's like, "I know we're getting a little intimate."
He gets in.
It was the same spot essentially. But since I was laying down, I felt so much more vulnerable.
Everybody's coming.
Dude, I have a hard time saying vulnerable. Vulnerable. I do, dude.
Crazy.
In fact, on in the Righteous Gemstones, I had to say it. I asked Danny, I'm like, I have to say another word, dude. And he's like, I think we're going to keep it exactly how it is.
Yeah.
Because he thinks it's hilarious that I say vulnerable.
What was the word I said during Juggalos where I also couldn't say a damn word? I'll think of it.
We are so dumb. But he slid his fingers right there, like
contrary.
Oh my God.
And I'm on the table. Yeah, it looked like that
Lisa
Ann video that Durs loves of her face going
the gift. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That Durs loves.
Yeah.
I think
everybody's
loves
coming.
It. Well, that's why it's a thing. That's why it is what it is.
Yeah, well, you were the one who pointed out to us and would send it to us. So,
and you guys know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
Did he hit like your male G spot or something? Is that what
No,
you're
he's
saying?
not up my asshole, Blake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The male G spot is like in your asshole.
I wouldn't know. I don't.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Isn't it like isn't it like in your asshole?
My G spot's on my penis.
Well, sure.
Okay.
Sure, but guys get pleasure from getting fucked in the ass, right? Or else why would they do that?
You said it as a statement and then quickly went, right? Guys get pleasure from getting fucked in the ass, right?
Right. I mean, they have to.
As far as I know.
They have to.
Yeah, they have to.
The male G spot is the prostate, which is an erogenous zone that can be stimulated for sexual pleasure. Inside the rectum. All right.
So good.
It's in the rectum.
Nearly killed him. Go ahead. Yeah.
And we got to the bottom. The bottom of that.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, okay. Go off.
There it is.
Yes, points.
Very nice. I would love for somebody to do that to me.
So this guy's wrecking your G spot.
Yeah, and it was right there, and he's just wiggling it, and it's
wriggle raggle.
I felt so violated. I mean, I didn't because I've been with this guy for over a year now, and I feel safe. But it was
hello.
It was so. I was like, my God, man, this is so fucking insane. I never thought I'd be in this
Very
position.
psychedelic.
And here I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. It sounds like
Did you say take me to dinner first next time?
Yeah, I was like, hey, maybe next time we breach the crest.
Hey, at least buy me dinner.
He's like, now you're offending me.
I'm like, I heard something about the male G-spot. Maybe if we release that, my body would finally feel healthy.
It's worth a shot.
Right.
It's worth a shot. Back
it's
shot.
worth a shot. Right?
I love that you just keep dropping hints to it. I mean, it's worth a shot. Back shot?
Right?
Right?
I don't know. That door has a lock on it, right? The Jennifer Hudson show. And it's like a daytime talk show. You have to have all kinds of energy for those things.
Yeah, you got to be.
And I drove up from Orange County, so I'm sluggish, ruggish bone. You know, I'm hanging.
I forgot about that member of Bone Thugs.
Sluggish, ruggish.
And that's lazy and crazy. I'm sluggish.
Sluggish, ruggish.
Hello, I'm sluggish.
Like go at him, go at him, go at him, go at him.
So it was the Ninja Turtles 2 song.
Me to do it.
Maybe
it's Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
I think maybe I might have made that up, but
that's cool.
But it was a version of that.
Little Rob Van Winkle.
I love that.
By the way, Adam, I do like the idea that you went so gay on the show, so that like whenever Chloe's like, "Hey, you're so gay," you could be like, "Why don't you make me not gay? Straighten me. Thank you. Why don't you straighten me out?"
Yeah.
Oh, did you stop by Anderson's Pea Soup by any chance?
Drove by it.
Okay.
And then you realize that pea soup sounds like a shitty thing to eat on a road trip.
What?
Dude, that's it. I'm
so fucking hungry.
I'm sending you some freaking pea soup. You're gonna lose your mind.
It's really good, dude.
With big ass cubes of ham in there.
Though?
Yeah, man. You gotta
I don't dislike soup. I like soup.
I don't believe you for some reason.
On a road trip,
I like soup.
It doesn't seem like a thing you would quickly grab a cup of soup and hit the road.
I love it.
No, it's not a
like
quick.
The idea of trying to drink soup as you drive.
Oh, I thought that's what you're doing. You're grabbing it.
No. This is not a quick stop. This is all you can eat pea soup. You're gonna want to put some time in. You're gonna want to put some time. Yeah, baby. You keep going back.
I feel like one cup is all I can eat.
No, you're gonna want a couple bowls, my guy.
Yeah,
I wish I stopped there. You want Pepsi products?
Oh God.
Don't go to McDonald's.
Blake's child almost ruined my life by stealing the keys to my boat and throwing them overboard.
Hot.
Well, we should never.
You don't have a little floaty on your keychain?
He does on one, but he doesn't on the other.
Those are like the coolest thing.
I know, it broke off. It broke off.
Hey, look.
You don't go.
If you don't have a floaty on your keychain, don't go in the water.
Donkey!
You need to replace that. You can't have a key just sitting there with no floaty on it. You're asking for trouble.
Look at Blake defending his child.
I know. But normally I don't have 3-year-olds on my boat.
Unattended.
Sure. Like you allowed your child to do on my boat.
No, come on. Me and Isaac were there. We were just shotgunning beers.
Yeah, just not watching.
No.
I'm just kidding. I don't know how it happened. She just approached me with 2 keys in her hand, and I'm like,
"That's wild.
You gotta put
That's
those
wild
back."
that she was able to get them because it's kind of high up, and to get them off. It was just doing. I'm pretty impressed.
So I'm like, put them back, and then she put one back, and then I heard it go like ting 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 ting. And then, of course, it fell in the most like random little slit in the boat. We thought we had to like lift the seats, but it was a whole ordeal.
They got it.
Dude, out of all the random slits on the boat, this was the most random.
Dude, you'd never know. Boats have so many slits. It's crazy. Have you noticed how many slits are on your boat?
Too many slits, dude. I never counted the amount of slits on my boat.
Okay, well, you
I do know that there are many slits.
What are you even doing with your life?
It's kind of crazy how many slits are on the boat.
Yeah. I'm not count the amount of slits on your boat. Don't go to McDonald's.
I'm gonna break you off. I'll straighten you out. That's what makes your shape.
Oh my
awkward,
God!
so
And
you know.
Adam is you just grabbed your toes like
his own dick
he
real
just
quick. Dude,
put his own cock in his mouth.
You have no idea how many times I've tried.
Yeah.
I think
Is
I
it
do.
more than 10?
You made us write it into Workaholics. So.
I don't know if it's more than 10, but it's more than 5. I would say.
I feel like
3 to 5 times.
Right. It's like 2
That was hard for you,
times
though.
before
That was
puberty
very
and
hard.
then
I think
3
I
or
tore
4
a
times
ligament.
after.
What'd you say, Durs? Sorry.
I was just saying, like, trying to suck your own dick is like 2 times before puberty and then like 3 or 4 after.
7,
where you're
8,
like,
yeah.
I got a little length here. I got to check in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to try.
Um,
The longer your cock gets, the more you're going to give it
Every
a shot.
on every
Yeah,
10-year
every inch
birthdays, I like
matters.
to try
I
one
feel
more
like
time.
if I had, and I mean, maybe not now because my body's has broken, but I bet if I had an extra inch, I could suck my own.
69, dudes!
One more inch. I
At
do.
Yeah,
least
if I had
kinda
one more
nibble.
inch, that's what I'd be doing too. That's it.
Yeah.
I'd be nibbling my tip.
I'll be nibbling.
God, I wish I had
Nibble
one more
my
inch.
tip
Oh
a
yeah,
little.
you want to just be hitting
It's
it right?
funny, you know.
Nah.
It's funny
I
when
guess
guys
that
are
too.
like, "No, I would never, dude. I would not
Wouldn't
do
do
that."
that.
I'm like, yeah, you would. You don't have to
Very
change your
shagadelic.
mouth, obviously, but you would. You would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I
wouldn't.
mean, I get.
I think you would.
You
I
would.
just.
You
I
get a
guess
feel
I'm just
free in
like-
you, bro.
You gotta
You
fucking
gotta
slurp down a couple feel frees. You're feeling
fucking
free.
nibble
baby.
your tip, man.
Because like,
Come on.
is
What?
it even comfortable to do? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
You work towards it. And not
Fair
everything
enough.
sexually
Fair enough.
pleasurable is comfortable. you know?
Blake's spoken
Some-
like like he's got an experience. You work towards it. Oh,
it's doesn't-
okay.
Not everything that feels good is comfortable. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's strenuous activity
Yeah.
can feel
Staining 69.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Everybody's coming.
These are the hard hitting cues that we
This
we
shit's
answer here
important.
on This Is Important.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah, I guess I just don't know how.
That shit's important. We should get my dad in here to do another
But,
We need some more drops.
soundbite. Yeah.
because like I don't know. I'm just going through the motions here, and I'm like, am I realizing too much?
About us?
No.
Are you questioning the entire sanctity of the pod? Come on, man.
You guys, I think I'm off the pod. No, I'm just like,
God.
if you're busy blowing yourself, it's a lot of like effort to like detach yourself from what's happening.
You need another 4 inches.
Adam's
no,
sitting back
not
like,
exactly.
I think I'd figure
Not
it out.
Yeah, I think I
Not
do.
exactly. Wait, sorry. Can
Yeah,
can
you're
we-
no, I
what do you-
understand what you're saying because when you're
You're like
you-
breathing
you-
through
when you're
your
cranking down,
nose.
when you're jerking off, you could easily think about what's like take yourself somewhere else or like watch porno or whatever. You can go in the spank bank and you can be like, okay, this memory or whatever.
Yeah,
I think it would be harder to think when you're
That's what
slobbing
I'm
on
saying.
your knob like corn on the cob.
sluggish bone?
Sluggish, ruggish bone.
And Adam, as I said it, and now I'm like, yeah, but then like you find like a move, and you go, well, that kind of works.
Yeah,
And then,
man.
and
I'm
then you
saying-
go, yeah, like a BJ move, like a self BJ
Oh,
move. You're like,
Oh yeah.
I think
I'm
that
getting-
kinda works.
Now that we're getting into the nitty
Like this.
gritty about this, and oh Blake,
Can you
See.
twist your tongue? Yeah.
all
I-
right, see,
I-
and that to me makes me
Can you
not want
not?
to do it. That makes
Can
me
you
not
not?
want to do it.
So if you walked in on me like bent over, doing,
Training. What are you doing? Training.
it kind of looks like
Just in
yeah,
case.
it's kind of like when a dog kind of sucks its own dick. All right, that was
Daddy,
Perfect.
what I.
this has
Dude.
stopped, right?
Was I?
This has stopped. People are no longer going. Oh, remember how that was kind of taking over for a minute? Oh,
Can I tell you something? It's all my 7-year-old does.
Oh,
He walks around the house. He walks around the house going, and
Give me a hell yeah.
my wife and I just look at each other like, what is going on?
He doesn't. No, there's no way he knows at that age. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, his
He's-
hands aren't in his
He might have
pockets,
heard
right?
something. The
Uh-oh.
low boost. He has no
Uh-oh.
idea, but he does it
constantly. And Blake, you were saying it
Yes,
made
it
its way through your
travels.
household.
Yes, it travels. It is a thing amongst the youngsters.
Wait,
The,
so your
"Oh."
11-year-old daughter is doing
She-
it? Oh, you might have
they're-
to have a sit down.
No, it's not. It's not as graphic as you think, but it is.
Sound?
It is.
It
disturbing.
sounds-
It is
sounds
disturbing to
graphic.
hear come from
Adam?
a child's.
Yeah.
Dude,
child's
when my
mouth.
mom came to visit and he
Oh,
ripped
yeah.
a couple in front
Oh,
of her,
Yeah.
she
It's
looked
like
at me
that.
like, what? And I was
It's-
like,
yeah.
It's more like that. It's like, oh yeah, like oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Which
not
is
like
even
but it's
Dude,
not
that's
like a
way
long.
worse.
for my
That's
kid, it's
way
all the above.
worse.
It's oh yeah, and then he goes oh, and it's like full
No,
body.
that's
It's
not what-
full, it's not just a noise as he walks past. It's a full body.
So what's so funny about this is, I mean, Blake,
Oh, yeah.
your daughter is at the age where in 2 years she will for sure know what that means.
They're,
Very shagadelic.
they're in
Or-
sex ed right now. She's
So she does know, and she does it in front of you. That's lunatic behavior.
That's why I'm saying it's not her
Shots
going.
fired.
It's like oh yeah. It's what fucking kids do. They all
Yeah.
do it, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
kids are
and
so
Here I
u-
thought, and here I
are-
thought it was dead, dude.
Kids
Here
are
I
so
thought-
universally programmed now. It's crazy. Like everything's
the
yacht.
internet's wild.
Everything is Ohio. Everything. No, it's just like we weren't all on the same brain wavelength as kids.
Yeah,
There
but
was
we
different-
kind of were for whatever
No, we
reason, dude. You
Regional.
little boy in outside of Chicago, little boy in Omaha, little boy, not even anywhere near Oakland, even though he claims it.
no.
Wow,
Wow, he's coming out
these three
firing,
little
bro.
boys all heard the
Coming out
same
firing.
the same story about a Marilyn Manson removing a rib and sucking his own dick. We're all on the same wavelength.
That is.
Hmm?
Yeah,
A
that's
good point.
That's a
good point. Yeah,
that's
a good
little
point.
different.
But
That's
as
a good
far as
point.
like
I told you, dude.
slang and things that are people throwing around, like you guys weren't saying cats. That's something that I grew up saying cats
Definitely-
constantly.
Oh,
Oh,
definitely
so many
never
cats.
said cats.
Yeah,
I
I'd
say
say,
yeah.
And then
I'd say
California
Jack.
fucking beat it out of me.
Yeah, you're damn
Now
right.
I say
Get the cat out of
dudes
your mouth.
way too much.
You
Yeah,
say
I'm
a
always
lot
saying
of dudes.
I'm always
I'm a
dropping
dude.
dudes.
But like
A
never
casual
said
dude.
hella. I know that's a Bay thing.
Mm.
Well, yeah, now it's everywhere.
And
Now
what
it's
was the
everywhere.
Omaha thing you brought to the table? What was
Runs us.
Yeah,
Runs
we have
us.
no slang. We have no slang.
There's got to be something.
send it.
There's got to
No,
be
we say
something.
pop. You know, that's just a
Yeah.
Midwestern thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sorry,
Oh,
soda.
but like that when you're talking about when you shoot somebody, right?
yeah, pop, 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 pop.
Popped his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pop that pheasant.
Yeah, that's
we
cool.
said, we,
Feathers
we
be
said
flying.
on my block we said wedded. But you know,
okay.
like we're
Yeah.
saying,
Wedded.
to each their own. But now
very
it's all the same.
Suburban block that I've
very
been to.
wedded. I
Yeah.
wedded that pheasant. I
Oh,
wedded
yeah,
it.
so that's
Wet. Do you see me wet that pheasant?
oh, I'm wedded.
Oh.
Oh,
Friendship.
Yeah, it
Um,
feels good, doesn't
well,
it?
that's insane. I
But
kind of
Skibbity
thought
Toilet
I was
is
gonna
real.
say I kind of thought that had died.
No, it's having a resurgence.
Wow.
It's happening in children.
Is it the thing that it like once the adults are sort of because the internet things will come and go so quickly, but then
Yeah.
they'll just get stuck in kiddom.
Yeah,
And,
Yeah.
and then they'll
dumb.
keep it up for
Yeah, emphasis.
5 to 10 years.
You are so dumb.
Yeah,
mean,
I
dude,
know.
it's
Like that's
disturbing.
that's the other thing is like now coming from the point of view of like a parent is like seeing how long some of this shit has shelf life for. It's like I could have swore Ohio was done.
Mhm.
It's still thriving.
What
I don't
is
even
it
know
cover
how
this a little bit about
kids, like, give a
words
fuck about-
lasting longer than you thought they would. Like
What
I
is
can't believe
Ohio?
dope is still around. Go ahead, Blake.
I don't even know how to explain Ohio. I even like wormed the internet to try to find out, but like kids think
Wormed
it's like
the
Too
some.
old. I
They
know
think
this
it's
dude's
like-
dropping words we don't know about words we don't know.
wormed the internet, dude.
They think it's like some kind
You
of
used
like
to Google,
mystical
now you
mystical place or something,
Right.
or it's like haunted. There's just a whole.
Mhm.
I remember there being a
So
little
in
B song
context,
about
how do you-
Ohio.
How do you use? How do you
I don't.
use
It just can go in front of anything. Like
I've
Ohio,
heard it too. They just say it. They just say it. It's just a
They just
thing
say
you
it,
just
bro.
say.
It's that the meaning.
So they just say like,
It's like
Ohio
Skibbity.
Skibbity
my,
toilet.
my dad's house is
Ohio-
so Ohio, or
Ohio skibbity toilet.
Uh, Okay. Hey, when you string it all together, I kind of like the brain.
He's not even lying. It could be
I'm
like,
not,
yo,
dude.
let's go run to Starbucks and get some coffee. And someone will be like, oh, hi-yo, give me the toilet. And you're like,
Sigma.
confirmation? Cool.
Yeah,
Sigma.
it's just words that I think it's like their language, and they know that old fuckers like us don't understand it, so it's fun to throw around.
That's why they like it so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just because it fucking
I get
pisses
it.
us off. It's like,
I get it.
stop saying Ohio.
The-
You guys are real Hollywood insiders.
Hollywood fat cat.
I can't believe you didn't go to the Elton John party. I would do everything to go there.
You would go down on someone?
I would.
Damn.
I would go down on if you're at Elton John's party
Yeah.
and shit starts to really turn up.
You know.
And the
I've
5-hour
been before,
energies
and I
are
don't think
boring.
anyone.
Go ahead,
No
Adam,
one was
let him-
going down.
Finish this thought. Let him finish
If
this
Sir,
thought,
if
Adam.
Sir,
He's
if
talking about
Sir
heaven.
Elton John says there's a way that I can make you a knight tonight, and all you have to do is fucking.
He takes his dick and goes like this on your shoulders.
He puts the
fucking-
dick. He puts the dick on each side and then right down the middle.
I would let him do that to me if it was filmed and like we could show it on the pod. Even if it didn't make me a knight. Even if it didn't make me, I would love for him to go like this with his dick on my shoulders and then go, "You've been knighted."
You would love that. You would love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
This is
I don't know if I.
This is
yeah.
a rock legend, and he's knighting you with his cock, dude. That's fucking unreal. You're feeling the love tonight, baby.
By the way, not like alone at his house.
No,
with
there's a
cameras
circle
on,
of
but,
dudes
like,
around you.
Yeah.
for the
Okay.
bit.
And what are the circle of dudes doing in this? They're just drinking.
Just
They got their dicks out too.
They're just watching with their
they're
hands
in
in their
and around you.
pocket.
Why?
Yeah. Well, they're chanting.
Yeah,
Knight
hands in their
him,
pockets
knight
and
him.
they're in and around
Okay.
you. What is that?
Made it on TMZ from when they remember the last podcast
Right.
where the cop fell.
Nice, dude.
They're saying 20 feet. TMZ's reporting fell down a 20-foot embankment. It's not 20 feet.
Dude,
it was
that
8 feet. But still, it
that
was a
footage-
I don't
solid
want to fall
fall.
8 feet.
that footage is so funny.
You know the
in a
crazy
bad way,
part?
but
The footage didn't make it on TMZ. At least I
Oh.
haven't seen it. I think it was
Oh.
just for whatever reason, just an article about it, and it wasn't. I didn't see any actual footage, so I thought my neighbor ratted me out, sent the footage. So what happened was the cop was trying to. He climbed up the side of my house, and then one cop went inside to check.
I'm
To
gonna
see
use
if
the
there
door.
was. So what happened was the
Mhm.
alarm was going off. The cops were checking the perimeter.
Yeah.
They climbed up to check the door. The door was unlocked. Cop called me at the very end of the last podcast and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna walk through your house if that's okay. See if there's anyone hiding in the house." I'm like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely." But and so he goes. I was like, "Don't check the upstairs closet. You're gonna find a bunch of
Pure
alien
romance. Yeah.
alien pussy, and
alien
pure
fuck
romance.
pods.
Don't
Um,
worry about that.
Don't worry about that."
and don't wake
and-
up my friend Kyle in bed.
So one cop tried to scale back down where he climbed up and straight up ate shit on a solid like 8 to 10 feet drop. And
Yeah.
his gun went flying, his baton went flying, and he
Yeah.
guess he fully broke his arm.
It
I-
was
He had to go to the hospital.
Here's my question.
Poor guy.
Perfect, Blake.
you.
Why is he climbing up there?
Well, I'm
He
happy
want-
they did because the door was unlocked, and that is where someone broke in a couple weeks prior.
But like, I guess I'm like, do they have to climb up there? Like, if someone broke into the second, third story window of a house, like, do they have to climb the house?
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He
You know
was
what?
going
I guess
above
cops are doing all kinds of cool, dope shit that we don't
He
even
was-
know about.
But this
He
is
was
what
going
happens.
above and beyond.
Well,
and
he
then-
could have. The crazy part is they could have just locked the door, walked through the house, came out the garage, closed it behind them. I don't know why he tried to scale back down. That was him just going like, I came up, I can go back down.
Right,
Whoopsie
going down
doozle.
always harder.
Winning.
Always
Uh,
harder.
It is. It is. And
Blake,
he
you know about
slipped and
going
fell.
down?
I felt I felt bad for the poor guy. It
Harder.
sucks because you don't want the cops to hate
hate
you in your house.
Right,
you
this
know?
fucking
Yeah.
wall. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they might be over you.
Here's
I
my
mean, he
question:
eats it.
if he
Yeah.
gets in the house and he finds the guy
Mm.
or a woman, you
Mhm.
know,
They rob
Um,
houses too.
and he shoots the titties off this person
Mm-hmm.
in your house.
Yeah.
Are you moving? If there's just titty all over the wall,
Yeah. I feel if
You
a cop
out?
shot the titties off a person in the home after everything that's been happening, I feel like we gotta sell the house.
right?
Chloe would not allow. Well,
Yeah.
one, she would just
Just
never
imagine.
come here.
They clean.
Ah.
They do a deep clean.
I don't
6
think they
months
do
later.
a deep clean.
But I'm just saying, let's say you get one done. 6 months
Mhm.
Right.
later, an earthquake. Okay,
Oh,
it kind of
like
shakes one
last
of your
night,
like lamps that are
earthquake.
hanging, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from on
Yep.
top of the lamp, a shriveled
meat.
up, dry full nipple
Yeah,
Oh
falls
shit.
down.
that would suck.
Your child eats it.
Yeah, no,
No, sir, I don't
'cause
like it.
Bo,
Yeah.
his favorite food is beef jerky. So,
Oh shit. Way to
Right.
raise
really
him
long,
right,
really
dude.
thick, really
Hell
like,
yeah. That a
chopped
boy.
turkey.
you know, I grew up in Oklahoma. I was there. I lived there for 2 years.
You're an
Yeah,
oh,
6 months old. Two.
Yeah, it was 6 months to 2. My
Oh.
dad was driving for Frito-Lay.
Where were you
Frito-Lay
before?
chips.
what a legend.
Waterloo, Iowa. But
Mm.
my parents said that they had to move because I came
We gotta
out
go. We
in
gotta
the
go. We gotta go.
front yard,
I'm sleeping.
and said that it looks like it's fixing to rain.
Oh.
And they were like, "We can't have this accent. This is
That shit's important.
this is too
That sounds
thick
like
for
Forrest
our northern
Gump.
blood." I mean, yeah, I think I was a little bit of a dunce at 2.5.
Well,
you run
And
out of
I
your
also
shackles?
OD'd on what were the
oh
painkillers that
yes,
everyone
yes.
used to?
This was
It
the
was
you,
a classic story.
You told it
Ludes,
live.
Yeah,
Your-
Quaaludes.
Yeah,
Quaaludes.
your mom saw
Did I
an
tell
angel.
that live in Oklahoma? Because that would have been a great place to
You
tell
did.
it.
You did
Okay,
for
good.
sure.
Okay, good. Don't remember.
Adam, I
Yeah.
love this string of events that happened to you. That where else could you be but where you are now, having done lewds,
Mm.
gotten
Lewds,
hit by a
dudes.
cement truck,
Mm.
Still
um,
hurt. Still hurt.
and what else? I think that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of it. Yeah, I fell out of
Yeah.
a tree once, but that's not as cool. I fell out of a tree and broke my arm, but that's not as cool as
Yeah, now you're just talking
doing
about
lewds
stuff.
and shit. Yeah, no, that's just
Yeah.
a thing that happens to kids. But like getting
Yeah.
hit by cement trucks and ODing on lewds, dude.
Yeah,
Epic,
that's cool.
epic.
That's a
Quay
young.
lewds.
That's a young
And
go
saved,
hard.
saved by an angel.
That's what my mom says. Yeah. Well, I'll quickly retell the story. It's been a
Oh,
while.
okay.
Yeah, I
Come
mean,
on,
your mama-
people.
it sounds.
I mean,
like
I
your
don't
mama's
have to. I
on
don't
the
have to.
lewds.
I don't have to. You guys tell me, should I tell the story or
Okay,
should
we're
I
taking-
not tell the story?
We're taking a vote and
Wind it up.
Go ahead, man.
Okay,
Wind
all
it
right.
up.
So
Wind it up.
my mom's friend and neighbor, she was having problems with her boyfriend. Okay, well, act interested. Both of
Quickly.
you looks down. Durst is like sipping on something. You're like picking your nose. You're off in the corner. Are you gonna?
I'm just.
What do you want us to do?
What
I mean, be a little engaged.
Tell me
with this.
more.
We've heard
Tell
it.
me
Do you
more.
want us to finish it?
All right.
or
Well,
what?
hey, I don't need to. I don't need to tell the
Come
story.
But you're not
bro.
telling it for us.
Okay, all right. Okay, fine. If you guys want a quick bathroom break, fine. I'll quickly tell the story.
Here we go.
So, okay.
Go to the. I'm FaceTiming you from the bathroom. All right.
Blake,
I'll see you in 2
you're
seconds.
killing me, dude.
No, this is gonna be
So I was. My mom was having her friend was having problems with her boyfriend, and so she took us over to their apartment. We lived in an apartment complex. Sat me down on the couch. Was talking to the mom, the other woman in the living room or in the kitchen. My mom looks over at me, and I have that little naughty little boy face on.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're like, ooh, doing something naughty. And she goes,
Okay.
"What you got there?" And I came over, and there was like a baggie full of lewds, but there was only like a few left. Like, and my mom goes, "How many were in here?" And she's like, "I think that was full of like a full like inch thick all around the bottom." And so I had eaten like a solid like 10 lewds. Like it was like death. And then out of nowhere, ding dong.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Here we
A
go.
man with a white cowboy hat rings the doorbell, obviously there to buy Quaaludes. And,
This apartment is on another level. Go ahead.
Poppin', dude.
and so my mom was like, "Quick, you have to take my son to the hospital." And this guy's like, I guess so, little missy, you know, or however you talk.
Holy shit.
And then took us the wrong direction from the hospital and took us to a pharmacy. Went in, bought Epicac, came out. I puked all over his truck. When we got to the hospital, the doctor was like, he would have died if we would have drove straight to the hospital.
Yeah.
He needed to get this out of his
Just
system.
another example of Adam Devine cheating death.
This man saved his life, and then he was nowhere to be found.
Wow.
If I was for
Angel.
sure
Yeah,
on
for sure
drugs
there.
to save
Yeah.
some kid's life, I'm on the lam
Yeah.
for a couple
Well,
weeks.
he was nice enough to save the kid's life. I feel like a lot of people would have been like, nope, peace. This is too much for me and my
Right.
Quaalude brain.
Yeah, but if you're rocking a white cowboy hat,
Yeah.
You gotta
stand for something.
show up. You gotta
stand
show up
for-
for,
stand for
for the
something,
kids.
right?
You're
Yeah.
into kids for sure. Saving
What? Yeah.
kids. Saving kids.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the story.
That's a
yeah,
good
that was-
one.
Yeah, that was a. My mom still is convinced that it was an angel. That was, and my dad's like, for sure he's there to buy drugs.
honey, that was a drug.
That shit's
den.
important.
Widely known. That's why we moved there.
But fun fact,
I was
and
driving.
I don't know if I brought
Fritos.
this. Is it?
That's the way to
Goofy.
Babe, you want to go get Goofy?
Let's go get
Goofy.
goofy.
Go
later.
upstairs and get Goofy. And she's like,
Yeah.
what?
Get goofy.
I'm busy.
That way you could say like I would love to fuck you today, but you can't say I'd love to fuck you today in front of the kids. You gotta have code.
right.
You gotta have some code words.
Yeah,
to
but
see.
you gotta
I
hide it
didn't-
a little.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oops.
Hey, goofy.
I guess I've been a little goofy.
You want to go butt goofy me?
Yeah.
Yeah, right over the hill. Pittsburgh.
That does.
That's
that
where
makes
Wiener Schnitzel
no
was.
sense.
No,
Wiener
it-
Essential?
Wieners. How do you say it? I remember
My man's brain is Wiener Essential.
No, I remember getting roasted quite a bit about the way I say Wiener Schnitzel. How was it said?
Wiener
Well,
Schnitzel?
It's not Schnitzel.
Is it Snitz?
Schnitz. It's not
It's, it's
Schnitzel?
Schnitzel.
I say
Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
No, you say Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah.
Schnitzel.
You say
Wiener Schnitzel. But it's
Yeah.
Wiener
no, Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Are you for
Wiener
real,
shit.
Bam?
What is it? What is it?
Wiener Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. That's what I said.
No, it's not.
Wiener Schnitzel.
You say Wiener Schnitzel.
Dude, I do
That's
not
fine.
say Wiener Schnitzel.
Run
Schnitzel.
the back. Run the tape back. Wiener Schnitzel. Whip it out. Prove it.
Jack in the Box. I think it's fucking gross. I've never had a good experience.
You know what? I'm not a Jack guy. It's a little.
I agree. I used to eat so much of that shit, but it is. Oh, Del Taco.
No, Del Taco's flamethrower.
No, Del Taco's good, dude. Del Taco's good.
Del Taco's whack.
What?
It just was.
Del Taco's
It was just
zero
was
flavor.
rated best fast food.
Oh yeah,
It's
they
science.
take pride.
By who? This dick?
What? My least favorite. I don't love Burger King, dude.
Of course not. This is fine. You can say these things.
But
I mean, I like Burger King. I like the char broiled.
When's the last time you had it though? You don't like these hats? You don't like these hats. I thought I was just remarking about how this is such a young go hard dude group at a bar hat.
yeah, if you see a group of dudes
Yeah.
wearing these, they're taking
trouble.
shots. Yeah,
They're having a good time.
they're having a real good time.
No, I would say they're date raping.
It's a good possibility.
You think so?
I would say 8 out of 10 times there is one person in the crew's date raping if they're wearing this stuff.
And Troy, you know what I told her? I said, I'm the captain now.
I mean,
And,
that's
okay.
exactly right.
Uh huh.
Then I threw in a dumpster, got in my Wrangler.
I will say, you know what? I like you admitting that you're dumb. I'm willing to admit I'm dumb. I'm much more a fan of people who can admit they're dumb than cannot admit they're dumb. I don't like people
Right.
who think they're fucking smart and they're obviously not.
I feel like Blake's talking about smart people though.
Well,
You're dumb too though, right? Aren't you?
who's the smartest person you know? Personal.
Well, they're not in our friend group for sure. Like,
and what is smart? Like knowing things or being like very capable people. Like
Exactly. Okay. What is smart? I think I'm very emotionally intelligent. I'm very in
Mhm.
touch. I can very in tune.
I mean, that's what dumb people say.
Yeah, that's what bitches say. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you don't know
Finish him.
anything, you're like, but I know emotions because you're crying every day. You're crying every night.
No. You know what?
I do know emotions because I'm crying because I don't understand things.
That's worth a lot. You just wait, because when the shit hits the fan, you're gonna need people like me, okay?
I'm emotionally intelligent because I cry a lot because I don't understand things, and it really frightens and scares me.
Freaking see ya.
That is not what emotional intelligence means. It doesn't mean sensitivity and crying.
Well, this is what you know about.
What's it mean, you genius?
And horoscopes, I bet, also, and crystals.
It has some things to do with crystals, yes. Crystal burger as well. Delicious. Hell yeah.
Crystals.
You know, it's just being able to identify when people are going through shit, being kind to them and really not just like laying in on them when they're very vulnerable and need a friend.
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
That's bitch made, dude.
Yeah, I'm breaking your guys' brains.
Bitch made, dude.
Yeah. Yes, let's package it in the bitch.
Wait, so you're telling me you can understand when people are like going through something?
That's actually
I'll
so
take your word for
weird.
it.
Yeah, sure. Doubt it.
Huh.
Doubt it.
Oh
dude.
yeah, the bitch.
Well, okay. So you don't have anybody in your life who's smart. You don't have a subject that you think you excel in, that you're really smart about. Maybe we are just really dumb people.
Yeah.
You know who sends me messages every year, and I wonder if he does it. And he just the reason I'm remembering this, and I might have said it on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
He sent me a message the other day because the Righteous Gemstones is airing and he just hit me up about how he liked the episode the other day. And I've only met him like once or maybe twice.
Joe Biden?
Tell us it's Joe.
Judge Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
What?
Sure.
No.
He does?
No. No, it was Ric Flair, dude.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of tight, huh?
Are you serious? You have Ric Flair in your DMs?
He's a Gemstones fan.
No, I have his text. We text each other.
You
dude.
have Ric Flair's phone number?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
And the two people that hit me up every year for my birthday without fail, Ric Flair and Weird Al.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That is one of the most extreme flexes to me specifically. Like those are.
I know. Yeah.
I feel like I also hit you up. Whatever. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you guys do. And what I say every.
We don't count.
No, but those are the two. Adam, back to your titties conversation.
Okay, now we're back on track.
So it's how she's dressing, right? Okay.
If they're flopped out.
I've heard this
not to
argument
her,
before.
You don't say it to her. I think you in polite society, you can then to your guys be like, holy moly.
So here's my question. If you work in a workplace, where there is a woman who wears revealing outfits where her cans are out and it's a distraction for everybody. Do you go to HR?
No.
And hang on. Do you go to HR?
No.
And fist bump them and go,
Whoa, why don't you cry about it?
And it's so distracting that you can't get, it's hindering the workplace. I feel that is a welcome reprieve from the grind, the monotony of everyday life. That woman should get a raise.
Love it.
And
she's getting a raise out of me.
She's getting a raise from everyone. And maybe that's our spin-off podcast.
Now we're talking.
Okay. Cool. Maybe that's the
dude crew.
Maybe we need to fire that up, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Live from Twin Peaks. This is
Horny
1999.
middle-aged men.
Welcome to Knockers Talk. We talk mostly about knockers.
This is not Knockers Talks, brought to you by
still-
3 dads.
Boys, did you
still
see any
love
knockers?
boobs. Oh, did I ever, man? Oh, I just about got in a car accident on the way here. Whipped my head around so hard.
Okay.
Holy.
And we bring back Flash Fridays from Tom Likas.
Hello, son. Did she have big old breasts?
Oh, man.
Did you fuck her or dump her? Sometimes you gotta fuck them and dump them. 785 Tom, call in. Tell us about your whores.
And you're like, this is on the radio?
No, I clicked on the
that
link that
menu.
said it's a restaurant is what they're called. Like Twin Peaks, Tilted Kilt.
Those types of restaurants? Yes.
Uh,
points.
God, everybody's coming.
God damn. God damn.
God damn.
God damn. I won't shut up about how I jerked off so hard that my toe fell off. So, you know, we lean into what makes us different and what makes us special.
Yeah, that does make you special.
It does. I was hit by the cement truck, so that's what I overcame in order to fulfill my destiny of being a maybe B, maybe C level actor, comedian.
Oh, come on. You're saying C? You're definitely B, high B to me.
Okay, high B's. So I'll take it.
Kissing A? I think you're kissing A.
Do little kisses.
That's how he got where he is.
Tight butthole.
Do a little,
Yeah, that's how he got right where he is.
do little kissies.
Yes, please.
That's why you won't shave it.
Well, and because I don't want to. I like having long hair. I like being a renegade of funk. All right. All right.
Okay.
Very
All right.
specific.
All right.
And do we
Just
think
keeping
that that's like now that we say it out loud, like renegade of funk,
Yes.
do you think that's a cool thing to say? I'm a renegade of funk.
I think so.
Yeah. What I mean, because is funk that I mean, it's fun. It's funky.
Yeah.
No, it's a raw expression. Funk is sick, dude.
I think it is sick. I don't think they're renegades though. I don't think they're not like
Okay,
no,
yes,
no.
they are. Think of
Rage is a renegade of funk.
yeah, but you know who else is?
Clinton?
Rick James.
Okay,
That's a
yeah.
renegade of funk. He's
no,
pretty
he was a
sick.
rapist. That's
No,
different.
Rick James. No, he wasn't.
Rick
What?
James, he kept that woman in his basement locked
What?
up
What?
and was like beating her and shit. Where he tied a woman to a chair, burned her with a hot crack pipe,
Dude, that was the 70s though.
Okay.
and forced her to perform sex acts during a cocaine binge at his West Hollywood home. Well, this was 1991. This was 1991.
That's different.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's different. Wait, what year was it?
He was free on bail when the second assault occurred in 1992 in
Okay.
James' hotel room.
Okay.
And then he served more than 2 years in prison.
Okay.
Blake's hero. I will say he was a renegade. That's a legit definition of a renegade. Chuck Berry had a porno out. These
A sex tape or a porno?
a sex tape.
Okay. All right. That's different.
Why is that different?
Because a porno is a production. A sex tape is recorded sex.
Oh, but it's crazy, dude. It's like it's these poor women are hookers, and then he's going like he just starts peeing in their mouths, and he's like, "Yeah, you like that, bitch? You like that?" And then he like is making the girl.
Johnny be bad.
He's making her like eat his ass while he's also pissing on her. Oh, then he farts in her mouth, and then
Adam,
and then he laughs and
Adam.
goes,
what website are you on, dude?
How long did you watch this for? You turned that off.
just for 20, 30 minutes. And just
This
20
is
or 30
bad.
minutes. No, it was just like a little clips. And then he goes, ha, you like that, bitch? Ha, I love doing that.
Gotcha,
It's wild, dude.
How would you feel about like doing like just like taking a shower with your homie, like in bathing suits? Is that like
Well, what do you mean in bathing suits? Like you're at a pool?
Are we saving time?
we're saving time and water? No, like so. Okay, so here's like an example.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to me. You're saving time. You're saving water.
Okay.
Okay, so I had just like gone on a
is that?
run, right? And then like I was driving home from my run. I'm still sweaty, but on my way home, Atiba's house is there. So I'm like, I'll pop in, say what's up to my boy Atiba. He's like, I don't have a lot of time because I gotta go.
Don't out Atiba too.
No, I'm not, dude. It's not even weird. You guys are making it weird. Listen.
Okay.
So I go over there, right? And he's like, actually, I gotta head out soon because I'm gonna go shoot some skate photography. He's world famous photographer.
We know who he is. Yeah.
He's like, I have to take a shower, and I'm like, that's weird because I'm driving home to go take a shower, and then that's when I post the hypothetical. I'm like, is it weird? Like, because I was still wanting to catch up with them and talk. Like, would it be weird if we both were in bathing suits taking showers and continue the conversation? Like, it's super normal. Like, is it weird?
Yeah.
There's only one time where it's not normal, where you're at a locker room.
You're at a pool. Yeah, in a locker room.
And if you're trying to tee this up to meet me at a locker room, let's fucking go.
I have what I jogged in, which you can basically swim in. It's like a runner short.
Do you like pull the elastic out to like clean your dick and stuff, or is that you just go? I guess I'm not gonna wash my dick.
No.
You have to wash your dick.
No.
That's what I'm saying. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Then what is even the point of the shower? The dick is what gets the most love in the shower.
Well, I was sweaty, so I just need
the most love.
You got to really soap. You got to get underneath.
Sure.
You got to get all the crevasses.
Obviously, one of the most important parts of the shower is to soap up your asshole and like your dick and balls and get those not smelling.
Of course.
Funky. You don't want your dick like a renegade of funk out there.
You do not. Much like most things, you don't want it to be a rent.
Blake, do you have a gag reflex? Because we know Adam does not.
Yes. No, I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah.
I would be so good at sucking dick. And I'm not, that's not even a joke. I just know that I would. Not for a fact. I don't know for a fact.
We're not.
I absolutely know I would be as well, to be honest.
What do you mean? I thought you said you have a bad gag reflex.
So just because you gag doesn't mean you can't freaking do a freaking number on somebody's unit.
Doesn't hurt.
Oh my God.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
We are an all-inclusive ship.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just thinking about showering with my boy.
Okay.